Okay, now I don't know how to reset.
Hey, John. Hey, John.
What's up?
Secular Opinion is illegally recording us on YouTube. Let us render the hand salute to him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
What is he right now?
Yeah, right now. He is illegally recording our live show right now.
What's so tantalizing about this?
Yeah, well, exactly. That would be my.
What we should do is we should start saying words that we're not allowed to say on YouTube and then get them banned.
But, yeah, but then we get banned too. So no, that won't work.
Oh.
I wish we could though. That would be nice.
You want me to whip it out and do penis helicopters?
Oh man, that would get them shut down real quick, wouldn't it? But no, I don't actually.
Okay, here we go. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Boys and girls, children of all ages. Well, actually, not all ages. This is an over 18 BYOB event, folks. It is that time of year again. A yearly event that has become an annual tradition. The Secular Opinion birthday Pissah. It's going to be a good one, folks. Thank you for being here. Get your friends. Put the kids to bed. Get a babysitter. Whatever you got to do. We got a tight little show. Now, to be honest here, folks, tomorrow is actually my birthday. But tomorrow, I'm actually going to take it off and do something different on a Thursday. So we're celebrating tonight. If we cross the threshold of midnight, I'm not sure how long we'll go tonight. I'm not sure, folks. It's that kind of party. It's just loose like that. We don't know. But if we cross the threshold, Eastern time, midnight, then technically we'll be into my birthday. But I'm glad that you could all come out and join me, and thumbs it up is really the greatest gift. And thank you for celebrating this, my 29th, all over again, folks. We've got some new, we've got some old, and that's what it's about. It's about reflection, isn't it, folks? So we got some classics, we got some new stuff courtesy of that's in the pizza once again. We'll check up with a couple of other cows. We got, we'll take a break, maybe check out some Reverend Shanny. I got some emo loaded up, stuff like that. Nothing too big, nothing too fancy. A really quick Cyrax in and out. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty much Von Helton and Secular Opinion as well, folks. But once again, thank you for being here and celebrating this with me. And we're just gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna have a Heine. We're gonna have a drink. Have a drink or two or three. Oh yeah, folks, this is right from the fridge. Let's do this. Gotta go slow though. I can't be too excited, too eager. Right there. All right, folks. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's good. Right there, folks. Actually, Von Helton is live right now, him and J-Dubs. And it's absolutely silly. They are, of course, they don't believe that Julian Assange is the real dude. It's a fake. They were commenting on Bill Gates's granddaughter, I think, dating a black guy. J-Dubs was calling her a coal burner. So that was interesting. We'll check in all kinds of stuff like that tonight, folks. It's going to be a wild party. So let's stop gibber-gabbing and let's get right into it. Start with a classic, a classic. Folks, it's all over the place. Like an oopsie ball. I've mentioned those before. Look it up. I should probably unmute it before we start. Anything else to announce? Nope. I think we are good. Folks, let's do it.
Lucifer, I do not make pedo mods. No, I do not. And number 2, they aren't against the law any damn way, so sucks to be you. But no, I do not make pedo mods. Sorry. I repair them or I modify them, but I do not make them. But anyway, the point is, yeah, when you start researching Einstein's little problem with ether, it becomes clear that there's no way in hell we're on a spinning ball. We're not on a spinning anything.
It is hard to believe that we're going. How fast are we going? 18,000 miles per hour, correct?
Per second.
That's fast.
Per second.
Is it for second?
Per second. Yeah, we're going billions of miles an hour.
I need G-Man.
Okay.
Someone get
Billions
hold
of
of
miles an
G-Man
hour.
now.
Mr. Unite for the Chill Wind donated $6.66 through Super Chat. Happy Kaneko birthday. 10 cents for each day until Scurvy takes Revelina from us.
Scurvy taking Revelina. Maybe it's something to look forward to. Hopefully sooner. That'd be good to get in under the time limit for this year's Golden Cow. Who do you guys think is? We got to start really seriously thinking about this, folks. We're summer goes by fast. That's all I'm going to say. But thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate it.
Wait a minute, because when you go up into Leo, lower,
Well, Google it. Just Google it.
Goes, and that stays stationary.
But here's the thing. Okay, here if the whole solar system, if the whole solar system is careening through space, right, at billions of miles an hour. All right, the Tropic of Capricorn would have done sail by. The Tropic of Leo would have done sail by. Sagittarius would have done sail. All these fucking star things would have all been gone by now. The Big Dipper, Little Dipper, all that should have been gone by now.
Vaughn,
Okay? That's just the truth.
Here's what it said.
Our recorded history, we've got thousands of years of recorded history, bro. Okay, so if we're careening through space at billions of miles an hour, that shit's done long gone a long fucking time ago.
Think about something. Okay, it says here, the Earth spins on its axis once in every 24 hours at the equator.
Right.
The Earth spins at about 1,000 miles per hour. If it went 18,000 miles per second, if we looked at a star, we'd only see it for like a millisecond because the Earth would be going around, would be rotating so fast.
Exactly.
So,
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the Earth rotating on its fucking axis. I'm talking about the whole solar. They're saying, John, listen to me. They're saying solar that the whole damn solar system is careening through space at millions, if not billions, of miles an hour. Yes, they are.
107,000 kilometers an hour is how fast it goes. That's fucking moving, dude. That's
and that's why it's all bullshit.
How fast?
Because listen, we've got at least 4,000 or 5,000 years worth of recorded history, if not more. Many people say the Sumerians, when they wrote their shit down, that was like 50, 60,000. I don't know. It's a long ass time.
You're talking about it
long enough for every one of these constellations. I finally remembered the goddamn word. Every one of these fucking constellations in the sky, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, all that should be gone by now. Long gone. Long fucking gone. Okay, so no, we are not on a spinning wet ball rocket hurtling through space at billions of miles an hour. No, we are fucking not. It's a goddamn lie. It's not true. It just
Vaughn, why do you think they would do this?
Here's the thing, Solar. Listen to me. A guy did a test. A guy actually put it to the test. He went down and he went to where the fuck? I think he actually went to the Canary Islands, believe it or not. That was dangerous as fuck. But he went to the Canary Islands, set up a fucking camera, pointed the fucker straight up, and you know what happened?
What?
You want to know what happened? The fucking stars were circling over his head. The stars.
Wait a minute. What did he do?
He's a fucking Canary Island, and he sets up a camera, points it up in the sky, and the fucking shit's circling over his goddamn head.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Think about it, bro. If we're
you mean
on
it's doing a full rotation?
No, think about it. If we're on a ball, they wouldn't be circling over our fucking head. No, they would not.
If you're at the poles, it might, because you're rotating.
No, you're not getting this. No, you're not listening. Let me try to help you out again. He's in the Canary Islands. He's not at the North Pole or the South Pole. He's at the Canary Islands in the middle of the fucking earth. And the shit is circling over his head. And the reason why
stars are circling around his head so he can see them doing a full 360 is what you're saying.
He let the camera run for a full 24 hours.
Where can I see this video at?
Don't know. You should be able to find it, hopefully.
Because if
it hasn't been taken down, if the government hasn't taken it down, because the government loves to take this shit down. They don't want you knowing about a flat earth. But here's the thing. Why were they circling over his head at Canary Island?
Well,
They
hang
should
on
be-
a minute
now,
here.
they
Hang on a
should
minute here.
circle. No, they should circle at the North Pole or the South Pole, not at Canary Island.
I was going to say, if
Canary
you're
Island
at the
is in the
North
middle
Pole
of
and
the
the
fucking
South
Earth.
Pole,
Supposedly.
your spin is so much different than if you're way over here in Pennsylvania or Kentucky, where it's going to go around like this. At like the North Pole and the South Pole, your spin is only like that, but I don't know where
There's
the
no
Canary
way
Islands
they would be spinning over your head in a circle at the Canary Islands. No way, because
I'm
it's in the
gonna
middle of the goddamn Atlantic, or is that Pacific? Anyway, listen to me.
Uh-huh.
The only time that these stars should be circling over your head is if you're at the North Pole or the South Pole. If you're at the equator, or you're out in the ocean at the Canary Islands, which is near the equator, they shouldn't be circling straight over your head.
It's called star trails at the equator, is what we're looking for.
They're
But
not
it's
supposed to
actually
be.
called star trails at the Canary Islands. I found some of it.
Oh, you did find it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there should be plenty of pictures. There should be plenty of pictures. They took pictures. You got, and you can see the stars circling right over the head, man. Right overhead.
Yeah, because it's the way you got to type it in is star trails, which I've never heard of before. Wow, they do show at the equator how we just said it's about the size of a basketball, Vaughn. The star spins around. That's it. That's really amazing there.
Let me find the picture. Hold on.
But if it does it at the Canary Islands, I don't know. I that would be life. That would be world changing, man.
No shit, Sherlock.
They're like
No
in the
shit.
South.
We're on a flat Earth. We have to be, because if we were on a ball, okay, look, if we're on a ball and you're at the Canary Islands, the stars would all be going in a straight line that fucking way. They wouldn't be.
So here's the thing that I got with all the whole flat Earth thing, right? I mean, there's a number of just really stupid things Vaughn has said, but what else is new, right? You can't stop for every little, every dumb thing, right? Be here all night on one video clip. But with this whole conspiracy of hiding it from us, and no doubt, if it was the case that we lived on a flat plane and we've been lied to all these years, it would have profound implications within the scientific world, right? But as far as just you, me, the guy next door, Vaughn, like, what would change tomorrow if you found out it was a flat Earth? You'd still have to go to work. You'd still have to pay bills. Everything just keeps going on. Now you just know it's a flat Earth instead of a sphere. Like, what would actually change in Von Helton's world if it was actually a globe or a triangle or a rectangle or a donut? Like, what would actually change in Von Helton's life? Absolutely nothing. So what is the conspiracy? What is the big lie here, folks? I don't get it.
Circling, they would be going in a straight line that way, because we're on a spinning ball, right?
Right.
Well, they weren't doing that. They were circling overhead, which means
Here's
we're not on a spinning ball.
what I'm trying to figure out, where the Canary Islands even fucking are. I'm thinking they're down by the Fiji Islands in the South Pacific, but I can be wrong.
Well, maybe it was Fiji. It was Canary, Fiji. It was one of them fucking islands out in the Pacific or Atlantic.
It has to
But
be.
it wasn't. But it
way
wasn't
out.
at the North Pole or the South Pole, which is where you would see them circling over your head, supposedly.
Yeah. Just type in star trails that prove the Earth is flat.
Yeah, but that's
There's
not
all
what I'm
this
after
stuff
either.
on here about how dangerous the Canary Islands are and how you're supposed to stay away from
You're
the
supposed to stay
Canary
the
Islands.
fuck away from them. Yeah, exactly.
There's all these
They're
mountains and shit. I mean, I thought it was like a beautiful tropical oasis.
Might
It's
be.
right on the equator, man. It's real close to the equator, so that's a perfect place if it's going to demonstrate your flat Earth theory. So if you
Well,
see
there you
it,
go. There it is, circling
Let's see it.
overhead.
hold
There
on,
they
let
are,
me
circling
see.
overhead. Now, they're not supposed to be circling overhead at the equator. They're supposed to be circling overhead at the North Pole or the South Pole, if the ball Earth theory is to be believed, which it is not, because it's bullshit. Like I said, they screwed the pooch when they started saying the whole damn solar system is careening through space at billions of miles an hour. Because when they said that shit, that means, boom, there went Sagittarius. Boom, there went Cancer. There went Pisces. There went all the constellations. They're all gone.
You can see that's a fucking that's really fucking weird how that
Well, it's time lapsed, okay? It's time.
yeah, but I still don't understand how you could even get stars to do that small circle at the Canary Islands. Makes no sense. It
because
should never be able to happen.
we're on a flat Earth. We're not on a ball.
Well, no, let
We're
me
not
think about this
on
for a
a
minute.
fucking ball.
There's got to be an explanation for it.
Yeah, there is. It's because we're on a flat Earth, and everything circles over our fucking head, just like the sun circles over our head, just like the moon circles over our head. The stars also circle. See, a lot of people they have a misconception. Well, hold on. They've got a misconception of size, okay? They're thinking, when they think about this shit, they think way too small. That's where they fuck up, okay? They think way too small, okay? They've got it in their mind that, you know, it's only so big. And it's like, well, wait a minute. If it's only so big, how's the moon up there circling over our head? And how's the sun doing?
Lardo 444 donated $5 through Super Chat. Happy birthday, Rolo, aka Secularopinion, aka King of Canada. And Stinky is a moron.
Yes, that is a fact. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that, Lardo. Thank you for being here. Thank everyone for being here. And we're just going to keep on rolling. Yeah, Vaughn is an idiot. And the whole moving through space and constellation. I mean, there's no sense explaining it because, I mean, no one is as dumb as Vaughn. Like, you know, but I just... Anyways.
Dude, you're talking about humongous distance. Okay, yeah. You're not talking about, you know, a few thousand feet in the air. Okay, we're talking about humongous distances. Okay,
sure.
You know, and see, that's where they fuck up. Okay, that's where they mess it because they got it in their mind that it's just a certain size, and no, we're talking about a huge expanse of sky and a huge expanse of land in all directions too. By the way, but like I said, if we were on a ball. And we're rotating around our axis, and we're also rotating around the sun, plus the whole damn solar system is careening through space at billions of miles an hour. We wouldn't see the same stars in our sky every night like we do. When I go out at night, I see the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper every night.
Well, putting aside the billion miles per hour and then was per second and whatever metrics he happens to be using at the time, he should be asking the question, well, why is the solar system moving? And then he'd probably learn that all the stars are moving together, right? Because we're part of a galaxy. Like he even says, he claims he's from the arm of Sagittarius, right? Like, you know. Anyways.
Why for this conspiracy? Why? It's the biggest conspiracy in the world because obviously the entire world is in on it. Every country has a space program at this point. Any country can launch a drone up into space. Why the conspiracy for this across the entire world?
Well, one of the things is
why doesn't anyone break the conspiracy? Why hasn't India come out with their space program yet and said, look, the United States,
because they're making billions of dollars. That's why.
Is that, are they black?
I mean, why do you think Elon Musk got into the space industry? Because it's billions of dollars. You make shit tons of money.
Right, but is it blackmail money? Do these countries say, hey, listen?
No.
Yeah, like how is India's space program making them billions of dollars? I don't.
Well, they're making so much fucking money.
We're gonna fucking tell on you about your fake news.
No, they're not either, because they're making way too much fucking. No, they're not going to tell anybody because they're making way too much fucking money.
How are they making money off the conspiracy? Unless they're
making money by putting. By claiming they're claiming to fly.
Yeah, but see, NASA contracts Bezos to fly his. NASA contracts Elon Musk to fly his rocket.
They're making so much fucking money. They're making so much fucking money. They don't care. They don't
have to insure anything or nothing. It's all out there.
It's a big ass lie, but they're making so much money they don't care. So I mean, they're not gonna squeal. Fuck no, they're making too much money. But there's no way in hell them stars is going to circle like that down by the equator if we're on a spinning ball. Because if we're on a spinning ball, we're spinning on an axis, and if we're spinning on an axis, that means we're at the North Pole or the South Pole to get that picture.
Well, all you got to do is, I can look at any fixed point in the sky and come up with that same.
That's my whole point, Solar, because we're on a flat plane. I could go anywhere and I'll get that same fucking look when I look up at the sky. Because why? Because we're not on a fucking ball.
No, there's only one spot that'll produce that spot there.
Any
Where
spot,
it's
any
very
spot
tight
will
circle.
No,
because if I look off over here to the left like this, if I'm on the side of the earth and I look off over here to the left, it's impossible. I have to look towards the center.
No.
Bullshit.
Any spot,
I know
I can
I'm
go
right.
anywhere in the earth. I can go anywhere in the earth, set up my camera, point it at the fucking sky, and I'm going to get one of them pictures.
Then how comes if I go out in the sky, hang on a minute, and the Big Dipper's up here on the left side when it first starts out at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, then by, let's say, 2 o'clock in the morning, it's the whole way over here on the west side.
Yes, because once again,
and then at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, it's down here in the southeast.
Once
and then
again,
it comes around and does a full fucking circle, and then it's off compared to where it was the night before. Then it's off again. That's why astrologists and shit look at the fucking sky and look at where you were when you were born and all this shit and where you were compared to space and everything. I'm telling you, if your theory was right, Vaughn, these stars would never change position ever. How would they ever change position? You would never have seasons. The seasons.
What are you going to say? Okay, so the sun and the moon don't rotate either? I mean, come on.
The Earth rotates around the sun in a 365-day cycle.
Okay, see, what you got to understand to get back to your question.
And that's why it gets cold.
Let's get back to your question. Your question was, why the fuck would they pull a psyop this big?
Let me grab my
I'm going to explain it to you. This whole bullshit with the fucking ball Earth was started by an atheist, a Greek atheist at that, by the name of Helios. Or no, by one of Helios's. Well, no, let me rephrase that.
Helios
he was not an atheist. He was not an atheist. He was a blasphemer in their religion. What he done was he followed Helios and claimed that Helios says that we're living on a fucking spinning ball rocket. Okay, and so what does this do? What this does, it wouldn't affect the atheists because they're lost any fucking way.
Wait a minute, how far does it affect? You're talking about ancient biblical shit.
But it would have.
We got folks. I have to interrupt this this stream for one moment. It appears we have a wild George Bush pimps in the audience, folks. Keep on the alert.
Affect every theist, because every theist that believes in the ball is giving loyalty and fealty to Helios, a Roman god. So what happens is, let's say you're a Christian, you die, you go to the pearly gates, St. Peter's standing there. He said, nope, you're not getting in. They're like, what? It's like, no, you're not getting in. It's like, why? Because you gave loyalty and fealty to a false god. You're not getting into heaven. See you, bye. And boom, down you go.
Okay, I don't understand what has anything to do with this.
It has everything to do with it. Because they're not only killing you in this life, they're also prohibiting you from living in the life to come.
Okay, well, let's talk about science and technology for a second, Vaughn. In the 1960s, we had something called the SR-71 Blackbird.
That's true.
Prior to that, we had the A-12.
Designed by a 15-year-old boy, by the way.
Prior to that was the A-12, which was the Blackbird. It just didn't have a capacity to take photographs the way the SR-71 Blackbird did, and it didn't. Some of them didn't have back seats. So the SR-71 Blackbird in the late 60s was able to fly into the upper atmosphere at 80, 90,000 feet. Has a classified speed. We think that speed somewhere, we used to think it was 3,500 miles an hour, but we're finding out now it's more like 5,000. Okay, so when that Blackbird, Vaughn, would go up 85,000 feet or so, those guys were so high up above the earth that they were literally, only about 20,000 feet from being in low Earth orbit from just rotating around just like the space shuttle was.
And not one document from the Blackbird flights mentions having to correct for the curvature of the earth. Not one document. Not one. How do you explain that?
There's still just enough gravity at that point for it to go around the earth.
You're not getting what I'm saying. You're not getting what I'm saying. If you're that fucking high up, you're going to have to constantly be nosing the plane down to keep it level with the fucking ball Earth.
Because the Earth's 25,000 miles round, and you're only going
my point
miles
is,
an hour.
okay,
so
well, hold on.
constantly adjust it. You only have to probably put a little bit of tilt in the wheel. And remember, the higher you go, the thinner the atmosphere is, so you're not fighting the sky. You probably only got to tilt the wheel just a little bit, and you're perfectly going with that. It's 25,000 miles around the Earth.
Solar. You just said the Blackbird's going 5,000 miles an hour.
In the atmosphere, yeah. It's
okay. All right.
3,500.
So it's going 5,000 miles an hour. You will have to keep nosing that plane down every 5 seconds.
No.
Or you will go straight on out into fucking space, bro.
No, Vaughn, because here's why. The Earth is 25,000 miles round. Okay. And 5,000 miles an hour. Listen, Vaughn, in math, 5,000 miles an hour. It's going to take 5 hours for you to go completely around the Earth. 5 hours. Okay?
And in that 5 hours, you will still have to keep adjusting the damn nose down to keep from careening out into space. It's just like lasers.
Adjust the nose perfectly enough to do a nice, huge circle.
But there's no record of it anywhere. Isn't that amazing? You say it's a ball. Okay? Fair enough. So let's say it's a ball.
The conspiracy is way too big.
When you have an object flying at 5,000 fucking miles an hour, that's fast as fuck. All right. So it's flying at 5,000 miles an hour. If you do not nose down that fucking plane every 5 minutes, you will go out into space. Not maybe, not kind of. You will be in fucking orbit for real. Because you're traveling at such a high rate of speed that if you don't nose that plane down every 5 minutes, you will be out in space. Okay. The same thing with lasers. Okay. When you use a laser, what do they tell you? They say never point it up at the sky. Why? Because it's gonna keep going.
Well, you can blind
that laser is going to keep going because why? Because if we're on a ball. If we're on a ball, like they say, that laser's going to go right out into space. It's going to hit some big bad son of a bitch that hates our guts, and they're going to come down here and kick our ass. Okay? You don't point the lasers up. There is no record anywhere of any pilot nosing down that goddamn Blackbird to keep it level with the fucking ball. Nowhere.
How do you know there's no
document?
record?
There is no document.
Hold on a minute here.
There is no document.
Where'd you get this thing about there's no records of
there is
the
no document. There is no document
Where'd
anywhere.
you get that at? No, wait a minute, though. Where'd you get that at?
There is no document anywhere.
How do you know
from
that?
a Blackbird pilot.
How do you know that?
They have to keep the nose constantly nosing down.
Vaughn, they have never really declassified how the ship works and everything about the ship.
No, but flight logs aren't top secret.
But hang on a minute here. How do you know?
It's been decommissioned.
How do you know this thing about the pilots and that there's nothing
about it?
Because
regular planes are the same damn way. You think when I get up, if I get up in a Cessna, okay, and I fly, let's say
autopilot.
Let's say I get in a Cessna. Let's say I get in a Cessna and I fly from LA to New York. Am I going to have to keep nosing the fucking plane down every 5 minutes? No, I'm not.
It's because you're flying so low, you don't have to worry about overshooting the fucking atmosphere. You would burn up in a fucking SR-71 if you're doing what you're saying you would do. If you fly too far out into space,
okay, you have to understand. You have to understand what the ballers are claiming. Okay. The ballers are claiming that every 8 feet, you have to adjust for curvature. Okay? Every 8 feet, you have to adjust for curvature.
That's when they were at the ocean with that laser.
They're saying, okay, the reason they say that is because if you're standing here and you want to see fucking Chicago, you won't be able to see Chicago because every 8 foot it keeps dipping down.
And guess what, Vaughn? That thing you're talking about, that test they did, the fuckers failed. The flat earthers failed. You know that, right?
No,
and that caused a lot of flat earthers to change their mind. It's actually every 12 feet, not every 8 feet. And they're saying every 8 feet, if you stick a laser out there, you've got to take the laser and then point it down a little bit, 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 or shoot straight out that way.
First of all, you can't angle a laser because the laser is perfectly straight. That's number one. Number two, the U.S. Navy laser tests prove we are on a flat Earth. They hit a target miles away with a laser. How are they going to see the target, let alone hit it with a laser?
Can you prove that to me? That
Well,
they
yeah, I can give you the damn test.
that
You
the
can read it
Navy
for
did this
yourself.
test? And also, I want to see
Why
that.
you want to believe a bunch of fucking NASA liars anyway? Why?
Well, Vaughn, listen, man. With
Why do you want to believe NASA
satellites and
who is
everything depend on.
notorious for lying?
But hold on a minute here, Vaughn.
Notorious for lying.
The
And not only
biggest
that, they're a
problem,
bunch of fucking Nazis.
Vaughn, hang on a
Why
minute
would
here.
you want to defend them?
What about satellite technology? Satellites operate off the rotation of the fucking Earth. How would satellites work if a flat Earth system was in place?
The same way it does on a fucking ball. They sit up there and they spin around and around and around and around. God damn, I just got through telling you, everything is over our head spinning. It spins over our head. That's how it works. That's how it's always worked for eons. And because it's such a large area, it gives the appearance of going over the horizon, giving the illusion of a ball. But we are not on a ball.
Hang on
because
a minute
if you zoom in on that object that's way the fuck out there, guess what? When you zoom in on it, you'll zoom right in on it and see it again.
If the Earth was flat, there would be no need for satellites. And here's why. I could go up on a hill 500 feet near where I live at, and let's say they put a building up 500 feet, so I'm 1,000 feet in the air, right? Theoretically, Vaughn, if the Earth is flat, I should be able to go 1,000 feet in the air. And if I could see as far as where you live at, I could send a straight signal the whole way to where you live and hit a satellite on that 1,000-foot tall building in your city without ever needing a satellite. You would just need some posts that go up in the air 1,000 feet here, 1,000 feet there. And theoretically, Vaughn, I should be able to take a set of fucking binoculars or something that are extremely strong and see hundreds and hundreds of miles away until the ocular lens doesn't work anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, but we're on a flat Earth.
I should be able to see Kentucky from here if I go up in the air high enough if the Earth is flat.
We are not on a ball. And by the way, you're a blasphemer for thinking that we are, because you're giving loyalty and fealty to a Greek god named Helios. Every time you acknowledge we're on a ball, you're giving loyalty and fealty to a Greek god named Helios. That's why they did this shit. So that when you get to the pearly gates or summer fields for us pagans, what happens? Oh, you're denied because you blasphemed the true gods.
The thing is, the conspiracy would be too big.
You don't get to enjoy the feast of enlightenment and what have you.
Well, let me ask you this. Is there one country that's come out and said, hey, look, the Earth's flat and the United States is lying?
Because they're making too much fucking money. I told you this 1,000 times. They're making shit tons of money. Billions and billions of dollars. They're not going to give that up. No fucking way.
I don't see where the billions come from. For saying lying about the Earth.
See where the billions come from. Just one of them fucking rockets is billions of dollars. Where are you getting? You don't see it coming. Where it comes from.
Mm-hmm. But that's pretty good. I mean, you got really good internet, man. That's
it's a lot better considering.
This is beautiful. There's another naked body. Holy fuck! This is beautiful stuff, but it's not real, man. Now these naked bodies, and these are mannequins that are given the ability to move, but they're still mannequins. They're not human beings. They're mannequins, and therefore, according to the law, they qualify as art, not porn. Okay, that's the official wording from the FCC and the official the official officials. They all agree that it's art, not porn. So that's the end of that. But the thing of it is, you got trolls out there that want to make hay about it. So I'm trying to avoid the naked bodies as much as possible, because they still try to make hay out of it, even though it's considered art.
Way, but they are missing out on something, and that's a real shame.
I just wanted to bring something up because some shithead in here has balls in the chat to call people out but won't say anything. What is your obsession with Holly anyways, Vaughn? What got you onto Holly? I happen to know Holly, and that is really her. Her in that picture, that is her.
But let's
so
see.
You're saying
This is really
faceless.
Let's review
And I'm not
secular.
a troll.
Kelly version point 1, Kelly point 2, Kelly point 3,
Listen,
and now
it's
we're
not all about
to
you.
Kelly point
It's
4.
not all
But you're
about
gonna
you,
say
you
that she's not a
retard.
fucking troll.
You're so
No, I'm not a
self-important
troll.
and narcissistic.
Love this
You've
shit.
been calling her out. You're a
fucking
pervert.
two-bit
You're trying to get her
You
to
fucking
cam up for your
hypocrite.
own fucking
You
perverted
fucking
needs.
hypocrite.
Bullshit.
Kelly 1.0, Kelly 2.0, Kelly 3.0, now Kelly 4.0, but she failed because I didn't buy into the fucking troll bullshit.
I don't know what you're talking
Vaughn,
about.
I don't care
hilarious.
about
you fucking
you.
two-faced bastard.
I
You
don't know what
two-faced
you're
bastard.
talking about. I really don't care one way or the other about what you're doing or what you have to say.
Well, let me refresh your memory, Holly.
Okay.
Because you've forgotten, okay? So here's
All right.
the thing. We got these, they create these women called Kelly girls, okay? Because they're a bunch of fucking pedophile fucks, okay? And they want me to be labeled as a pedophile too. So what they'll do is they'll bring in women who, or even men who pose as women on the internet and say, oh yeah, Vaughn, I'm so interested in you. And by the time the conversation rolls along, suddenly, instead of being 30 years old, now she's 20 years old or 10 years old or 15
Has Holly
whatever
ever
the fuck.
contacted you, Vaughn?
I have
Holly ever
nothing to do with any of that. I don't even know what you're talking about.
The reason why they do this is because they're pedophiles and they want to label me as a pedophile, but they can't because I'm not one. And so they come up with all this cockamamie bullshit to try and label me as such, see? And it just gets very infuriating. And so that's why I wanted you to cam up, because, 9 times out of 10 when a woman comes along, and especially if she leaves a message on my account, it's like, oh, well, here's Kelly 4.0. I mean, what else am I supposed to think? Am I supposed to think that this is fair and impartial? Fuck no, it's not.
Whatever. Vaughn, for the people watching, Vaughn is a retard.
And if you're
Holly
hanging out
is
with
real.
people
Don't
like
listen
this,
to him.
if you're willing to hang with people who will get on Skype,
Holly is
and
a totally
destroy my
100%
marriage
real person.
and my children,
Oh, shut up,
you
Vaughn.
deserve
Nobody
whatever
cares
account
about you
get,
that much.
right? You deserve
You're
whatever
so
label you get.
You're so full of yourself, Vaughn. You're so
Yeah,
full
I'm
of shit.
so full of myself.
For the audience,
I've got the fucking
Holly
audio,
is.
bitch.
You've talked
I've got
enough. For the record, Holly is a real person. I know her
I've
for
got the
years. I've
audio.
known her for years.
I've
That
got
is
the
her.
audio of like your German girlfriend or whatever the fuck she was.
I never claimed to have any kind of German or Ukrainian girlfriend. You made that up.
So, for the record, as you can probably hear in this, I'm completely sloshed. We're not going to watch this whole thing, but I like to resurrect parts of it. There's 2 parts. This is the first part. And, yeah, I was completely hammered. I was barbecuing that afternoon and drank a case of beer. And I decided to go after Von Helton. It's a rarity, folks, but it does happen once in a blue moon. So, yeah, I'm kind of tanked and obnoxious in this clip, but there's some good rage, some good classic rage. Well, check this out. We still got some new stuff to get into here shortly, folks.
You made that up, Von
You
Helton.
had a Ukrainian
Secular
girlfriend?
kept claiming he had an Uberfrau. That's what his superwoman.
That never.
He had
Show me
a
where I ever claimed that.
That's
Show me.
crazy.
Show me.
I'll pull your own
Show me,
fucking
Vaughn.
videos up, bitch.
No. Sorry, Vaughn. Show
sorry,
me the
but you
videos.
did make
Show
that
me the
claim,
videos.
asshole.
Show me the videos where I claim to have you.
Yeah, so you can flag my account and get my account.
Oh, so now we
flagged?
can't.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, no, I
stupid,
must
bitch.
have them on my
What I
channel
will
then.
do-
Show
what-
me.
What I will
You're
do
full
is
of
I'll be
shit.
happy to make a troll account
You are.
and put it all there, and then that way if
Go
you flag that
for
down, I
it.
ain't out
I give you
nothing, right?
permission on air to do it.
I don't
Make
know
an account
anything
called
about that.
Secularopinion. Actually, excuse
And
me,
if your
Holly.
fucking butt
I'm going to
buddy's
mute him
over
for
in
a
your-
sec. I'm going to mute him for a sec. I actually give you permission, Vaughn, to make it under ErnieChrysler.com. And you can put it up there.
Right.
You can do that.
Surely.
Because guess what? I'm not embarrassed about who I am. I'm not embarrassed about who I am, motherfucker.
Yeah, you're not embarrassed at all. Yeah,
You
you're
can
not
put it
embarrassed
out there
at
if
all.
I ever
Of course.
made any of those
Why
claims.
should you be embarrassed?
just made
You
that up.
motherfucker sitting.
Exactly. So anyways, if you want to put it up on a website or on a YouTube channel, you go for it.
What I'll do
I'm
is I'll
giving
make
you
a troll account
right
like
now.
you guys do.
Go for it,
and then I'll post
motherfucker.
it there.
Go
and then
for
that
it.
way, if that gets taken down, I'm not out anything, right?
Exactly. So what do you got to lose? Go for it. Put it up. I'm giving everyone that's watching, you got
I'll be
permission
happy
right now
to.
to put it up the
Because
evidence.
I'm going to put up
Everybody
where
out
you
there,
sit there and call Andrea.
if I ever had any videos where I
I'll
claim to
post
have a
your
Ukrainian
hangout where you guys
supermodel,
called Andrea a cunt and
you
a
have
whore and a
permission.
bitch.
Yeah, well, she was a kind of whore and a bitch. But I'm saying if I ever have any videos that I claim to have a Ukrainian supermodel, you can put it up there. You have my permission. That's all I wanted to say. Go ahead.
In Secular, Andrea was a lulz cow. You said that. Live.
She was a lulz cow, and you're a lulz cow, too.
Okay, so
exactly.
you attacked her for laughs. You drove
I never attacked her.
Nuts. Calling
never
CPS out to this fucking
I talked to her
every
once. She
day,
talked to me.
To where that it literally drove her insane.
That's true.
And she's
No,
now
I never
in
drove her
insane
insane.
asylum in Middlesboro.
No.
But you don't want to admit to that, do you, Secular? Because then it ain't funny anymore, is it, Secular? Putting a young girl, a young impressionable girl in an
All right, first of all, anybody that believes that I drove a woman insane and like wrecked his marriage is absolutely insane. This is like absolute nuttiness right now. But I'm gonna let him rant. Go for it. Or I'll unmute him. Go for it, Vaughn.
What the hell?
Yeah, he's just screaming.
What happened?
I don't know. I muted him for a sec just so I could say that he's nuts for anybody watching because he's making slanderous accusations. But unmute him. He can go crazy now. That's all I wanted to say. You're muted, Von Helton, just so you know.
Don't tell me it was the Mandela effect.
I actually think that it might be because in my timeline, everything he's talking about, I have no idea. So maybe it was a Mandela effect. I'm willing to give it that benefit of the doubt. Anyways, you're muted, Vaughn. Go for it. Rant.
Well, yeah, because you muted my ass. Yeah, but
I did.
Yeah, you did because it's showing right there where Secularopinion muted you. Don't tell me. Quit lying.
Well, why did it take you Why did it take you like 2 minutes to realize that?
One day. Quit your fucking lying.
I didn't lie. I just admitted I muted you. What are you talking about? So you don't even know what you're talking about.
You just said a second ago you didn't. Okay?
No, I just said I muted you. I told Nadia I muted you so I can say this is slander, but go ahead. Dig yourself in a hole. Go for it.
On Skype and you premeditate, keyword there, premeditate.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
For laws, your words, not mine. We're going to
not
do
mine
it
words.
For laws,
show me.
Your words, not mine. We're going to do it for laughs. We're going to do it for kicks. We're going to put a young, impressionable girl in a fucking insane asylum for kicks.
Yeah.
We call fucking CPS out here every fucking day. And
I never called CPS. You have no evidence of me ever doing that to you. You're paranoid.
Motherfucker. You and your buddies are
You're a victim. You're a victim player. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
The fuck up. Not on the goddamn internet. You need to be in jail.
Yeah.
Not on the
well,
internet.
then put me in jail. Report me. It's been, what, 7 years or something like that? You've been threatening this? When is it going to happen? I'm waiting. What's your best? You've done your best, Vaughn. You have nothing. You got nothing.
Shit yet.
Even if I was as evil as you said, I'm just going to mute you for a sec. Just a sec. So I can say, yeah, my buddy Tom. Okay, listen for a sec.
Yeah,
you do your best, Vaughn. You do your best. You go ahead and sue me, and we'll see what happens.
Quit lying, Secular. Quit lying.
I'm not lying. I never said anything. You're not even listening. I got to mute them just so I can say something. I haven't lied yet.
Your mouth anymore is a fucking lie. Quit it.
Oh, about what? About what? What have I lied about?
You know damn good and well Tom's a fucking troll. Quit your lying. Quit it.
Tom. I've talked to him a handful of times.
Quit
How do I know?
Lying. Just one day.
Everyone's a troll.
One day, Secular, that's all. Just one day.
Is Tom my buddy now? Is Tom my buddy?
No, here's the problem. The problem is that your own Google Hangouts and your own videos say everything that needs to be said.
Yes, and you know what? I share them with my friends and my family, and they enjoy them, and they laugh at them.
You've admitted getting people to call me.
That's not true. I've never ever done that, and you've made that up.
That shit. No, I got the guy from Scotland. I've got Mark from Scotland.
Yeah. Mark Gronin did it on his own accord. I've never got anybody to call you at home.
You encouraged him to call my fucking house and throw my wife.
Oh, here we go.
Kids up
Give
at
me a break.
in the fucking morning. He admitted to it.
This is hilarious.
Go
for it. You got the floor, Vaughn. Go.
Yeah, he admitted to it, motherfucker. Okay, so you're a sick son of a bitch.
Yeah,
You're the one that needs to be in a fucking insane asylum, not poor Andrew.
You're
Well,
the
put me
motherfucker
there.
that needs to be in the
Well,
insane
put me
asylum.
there.
Because
What do you got?
only a sick motherfucker would get on Skype and plot to destroy someone's family. Only somebody that's
Show
sick
me.
would
Show
do
me
it.
where I've
And
ever
then
done
do it
that,
for
Vaughn.
what?
Show me.
What did you do it for? Oh, you did it for.
You have the evidence, Vaughn. You go ahead and
You
post
did
it. I
it
give you
for
permission.
laughs. You didn't do it.
Where are
because
you getting this from?
Important.
If you have the evidence, Vaughn, you post it.
You
I'm
did
giving you
it for
permission.
kicks, dude. You did it for kicks.
I am publicly saying that Vaughn has permission to post anything he
Quit
has
fucking
about me.
muting me, bitch. You did it for kicks.
Vaughn has permission. I'll even give my name again.
You
Is there
didn't
any
even
cries
do it for
there?
anything important.
You
You
can
just did it for
contact
laughs.
my family, my friends, and tell them everything that I've done. Because guess
Well,
what?
your Google
They
Hangouts
already
are out
know.
there for everybody to fucking see.
Exactly.
Where you call Andrea
They're
Khan,
100%
Bull,
public.
and everything else, and call her.
They are 100% public, and I've never made a dime off them. Do it for the love of the
Calling
game.
her a lols cow. You admit to stalking her.
You are a
admit to
lols
going.
cow.
You admit to calling
are
her
a
on the
raging
phone.
cow.
You admit to
You're-
talking to her behind my back. You admit to manipulating.
Just so people know, this is how good of a troll I am. The
By
guy
the
is
way,
still
secular
raging
coercion
like 5
is
years
illegal
later.
in
Go
the
for
state of
it.
Kentucky. I just want
Yeah.
you to know that
Here we go.
coercion is illegal in the state of Kentucky. You know that, right?
Coercion of what?
Yes,
Who did I
it's called
coerce?
criminal. Look it
Who
up.
did
It's
I
called
coerce?
criminal coercion. Look
For
it up.
what? What are
It's
you
called
talking-
criminal coercion. When you
For what?
manipulate somebody like you did, Andrea, that is criminal coercion. Yeah,
Shut
it is.
up.
Yeah,
I
it
have
is.
manipulated your
Well, you
wife
can
to
sit
leave
there and
you.
laugh all
Shut
you want,
the
secular,
fuck
but your
up,
shit's
retard.
all on video for everybody
Oh
to
my
see,
god.
motherfucker.
Yeah, go ahead. You watch my hangouts. Everybody's welcome. Actually,
You wanna tag
actually, this weekend I'm going to do another hangout. So this
not
is a
gonna
great
fucking
plug.
help you,
Anybody who wants to come to my
Not gonna
hangout
help
this
you,
weekend is welcome to come to my
Laughing is
hangout.
not going to fucking help
I
you.
will be
You're a sick
posting the
motherfucker.
hangout
You are
invite
one sick
into
son
the
of
trolls,
you and your
haters,
buddies are
naysayers
sick
community.
motherfuckers,
I
and
would
you
like
all
everybody
need to
to
be locked
join.
up.
Thank you.
Hey,
I'd
Vaughn,
like
listen
everybody
to
to
this.
join.
Listen to this, Vaughn.
Go for it.
You hear that?
Yeah, I
Drinking
know
it.
you're chambering a bullet. So what?
No.
You going
No,
to
that was
you threatening
That was
me
a can.
That was a ginger ale. It was a Schweppes.
hang out, motherfucker, by chambering a bullet? Really?
It was a
Viewpoint. Yeah, that was a Schweppes. I could tell by the sound that was definitely a
Yeah.
The
Schweppes.
ginger
Here's your
ale,
fucking
Vaughn.
answer. Bring it on, motherfucker. Bring it
Now,
on.
Vaughn,
Get
I
your fat
have
ass down
video
here
evidence
and roll
that you
up to
waved
my
a gun
fucking
in your
front
wife's
door.
face.
Do it.
What about that?
Show up
want
at
me
my
to-
front door, motherfucker.
You want me to bring on the ginger ale?
Yeah, bring the ginger ale,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That was a bottle of ginger ale I heard, right? Yeah, sure it was. Yeah. No,
Now, Vaughn, I do have video of your wife admitting you waved a loaded gun in her face.
You chambered around, okay? Nobody here is stupid. You chambered around.
Chambered around.
Well, what about when you waved
You
a
know
gun
what?
in
You
Andrea's
go right
face?
on ahead and you show
Yeah,
up
you
at
wanna
my
answer
fucking
that.
door, motherfucker, and let's see what happens. Go ahead.
Oh, he won't
Go
do
on.
anything. Trust me, Tom. He's a
Not
pussy.
you.
Go for it.
Not you, fucking Tom.
I'm telling Tom. Go to his door. He won't do
If
anything. He's a
if
pussy.
I show you my ginger ale on cam, will that change your mind or no?
I think you should. Show the
It's
jig.
really just
I think I'm smart enough to know the difference between the popping of a cork and the chambering of a round, okay?
It's a can, man.
Vaughn,
no
you
good
haven't
work.
shot a gun
You
in
can- you
fucking
might
at
get
least
everybody in the
20
room
years.
to
What are you
believe
talking
that
about?
shit, but I'm not buying it, okay? Because I know better. I know what sounds are, okay? I
Yeah,
know what
Vaughn
chambering
doesn't know
around
shit.
sounds like, and I know what popping a cork sounds like too. And that sure as fuck.
Vaughn, did you guys know that Vaughn actually tried to get a
Well,
mafia
fuck
hit
you,
against me?
Secular.
Well, you're talking bullshit. I want to correct stuff.
Secular.
Vaughn, what do you?
Okay, one good turn deserves another. Fuck you. Stop muting me.
Why don't you tell everybody about when you called the mob on me? That's a good story. I like that one. I should post the audio of that again.
You know what, Secular? Sometimes I'm willing to do things to try and get y'all to leave me the fuck alone, and you don't get the hint, and you keep following me around. You keep
What happened to the mob hit? You
fucking
threatened my life. You were going to assassinate me. What happened?
Out of nowhere. How is that? How did you end up here at Nadia's? I've been at Nadia's for years before you motherfuckers showed
That's
up.
actually
Now,
not
all of a
true.
sudden, now all you fucking troll assholes are here. Isn't that a fucking amazing how that works?
Ginger
We have
ale.
I
a
would
word for
explain
that,
it.
Secular. It's called
Yeah, I'll
stalking,
explain it.
motherfucker.
No, it's not called stalking. I'll mute him so I can
natural
explain.
ginger flavor with other natural
Everywhere I
flavors.
fucking go, you motherfuckers show up. That's stalking. Quit
No,
stalking.
120 calories. That's not
Quit
bad.
going everywhere I go and trying to fucking scare the shit out of people, trying to label me as a fucking pedophile and shit, when you guys are the actual pedophiles.
Actually, if you ask
Caffeine
Nadia,
free,
she'll
That's
vouch for me that I never talk
You're
about
not
you,
a
really,
mistake.
actually.
Your buddy
Never.
went to jail for pedophilia.
But we're not going to talk about that, right, Secular? We're
If
not
you
gonna
have
do
evi-
that
if you
your
have
buddies
evidence,
are going to jail over
Stop
fucking
for a second.
criminal acts. We're not going to
If
admit
you have
that, right,
if
Secular?
you have
We're
evidence
gonna
that anyone
sit
is a
here and
pedophile,
deny.
if you have evidence that anyone is a
We're gonna
pedophile, I would say
deny
put it out there.
Secular.
I
We're
would
gonna
say
sit
if
here and
you
clap
have
our
evidence.
gums and deny it, right?
I don't know who my
Yeah,
buddy
that's
is.
what we're gonna do.
Are you
We're
gonna
sit here
stop
and
for a
fucking
sec?
deny
I don't
that
want to
shit.
mute you,
We're
Vaughn.
gonna
I
sit
don't want to
here
have
and
to mute
fucking
you.
deny that shit, aren't we, Secular?
Why can't we
We're gonna
just
deny
talk
that.
back and
Your
forth?
butt buddy,
Yeah,
Mr.
just stop.
Anonymous Dick,
Stop.
is in jail,
He's not
bastard,
my
for
butt
child
buddy.
pornography.
Okay, first of all, this guy that he's talking about, Mr.
Child
Anonymous Dick,
pornography and pedophilia,
I don't know
motherfucker.
who the guy
You
is.
do so,
And
you
secondly,
fuckwad. You do so. You do
I
so.
don't know the
You're
guy
the one that
from a
started
hole
this
in the
Kelly
ground.
bullshit. You're the one that started it, and you
I
got
never
it from
started
Mr. Anonymous
shit.
Dick. You got the idea from Mr.
For anybody that doesn't know, Kelly
And
has to
quit
do with
fucking
Vaughn
muting me,
trying.
bitch. Quit fucking
Vaughn
muting
has.
me.
I need Gmail.
Quit fucking muting me.
Get a hold of
Quit it.
Gmail now.
Quit.
Baptized in Fire donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Happy birthday, Hade brother. Thanks for all the fun walking in this weirdo wonderland.
No problem. Thank you for being here, and thank you very much, folks. We got more to come. We'll skim through this. I'm going to sit through the whole thing. And again, I'm a little bit embarrassed. I'm kind of obnoxious. I'm pretty drunk in this video, as you can tell. But there's rage to be had.
Fucking mute
You don't
me.
stop talking. You won't let anyone have a
Quit
chance to
fucking
talk.
muting me.
I tell you what, you have the floor. Say your piece, and then I'll go. That's
Well,
fair. Go.
here's the thing, Secular. Okay, like I said, your own fucking hangouts and your own videos speak volumes. All right, I've got you on video admitting yourself out of your fucking mouth. Okay, so don't sit there and try to pawn it off somebody else. Out of your own mouth, saying that Andrea, my now ex-wife, who's in a fucking insane asylum, was a lulz cow. Your fucking words, not mine. Okay, you sat here, you and your butt buddies, Sean Merriman, Paul Wayman, Kenny KPZ, whose real name escapes me at the moment. You motherfuckers plotted on Skype in advance to absolutely destroy my family. You're sick motherfuckers. Every one of you needs to be locked up. Actually, every one of you needs lethal injection, but I'll settle for being locked up. But the point is that it would take a very sick and perverse mind to sit there and plot in advance to destroy someone's family just because you don't like their opinions on the internet. And even the most liberal fucking judge in America is going to be siding with me because I don't think they would think that you got a legitimate stand in this. Okay, you know, in order to destroy someone's family, I would think you would need something a little more than, hey, let's do it because it's fun. Okay, I would think you would need an actual reason to destroy someone's family,
Sure.
not because you're doing it for
Gotcha.
lulls. You're doing it for
Okay.
lulls. Your words,
right.
not mine. Your
I
own
gotcha.
words, Secular.
I gotcha.
Your own mouth, Secular. Not my
you-
words. Your
okay,
words, Secular.
we gotcha.
Out of your own
We
mouth,
gotcha.
Secular. Out of your own mouth, Secular. You and Paul Wayman and Sean Merriman and the rest
That's
of
not
you
true.
in the Google Hangout saying,
Yeah.
yeah, Andrea's a lost cow. Let's drive her fucking insane.
No,
Let's
we
put her in
never
a
said
fucking
that.
insane asylum, which
That
is
was
exactly
never
what
ever
she
said.
is right now.
That was never ever said.
It was never you. You're a fucking angel, right, Secular?
Okay, no, I'm not
yeah,
an
you're
angel.
a fucking angel.
If you stop for a second, and I'll respond to some of that, because we've went through this before, and you've even conceded that I'm not the person that was behind all that shit. So I don't know why you're throwing that at me again. You have conceded that I am not the worst of the people. Yes, you have. I have the hang up, but that doesn't matter. Look it. You honestly think that I am so fucking evil that I would destroy your whole life. Now, if you have evidence that I am a perpetrator of all these heinous events, by all means, and I'm giving you permission right now live, you can use this. Make a troll account. Don't put on Von Helden. Don't put on James Paul Von Helden. You can use my real name. I'm telling you right now, you can use my real name, Ernie Chrysler, and you can make an account and you can post all that fucking horrible shit that I've done. From the Ukrainian girlfriend to the plotting on Skype to destroy your life.
Wait a minute, didn't you just say a second ago you didn't have no Uber Frau? Isn't that what you just said a second ago? Oh, I ain't got no
That is
Uber
what
Frau.
I'm saying. I'm saying you can
I didn't
post
have
your
no Uber Frau.
evidence.
Now you just fucking admitted that you
No,
did.
I did
Come on.
not.
Quit the lying,
Stop.
Secular. Quit lying for just one fucking...
I said that if you have evidence that I made those claims, you can post it. I said that if you have evidence that I'm
now
in
denying
Skype.
that... Wait a minute. You're now
Yes,
denying...
I'm denying it
the
because
Uber
you
Frau,
don't have
you're now
any
denying
evidence.
that shit? You're now denying that shit. You're now denying Kelly 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. You're now denying all this shit. Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you have no. If you have evidence to the contrary, by all means, post it, dude. I mean, you got it.
Yeah. It's. I made this shit all up, right, Secular? Right,
no,
Secular?
I'm not saying you made it up.
No. It's either true or it ain't true. Okay, there's no in between.
Sure,
all right,
you got it.
If it's not true, then I must be making it up, right? I must be making
you must be dreaming it because it's not true. If you have it, post it.
Yeah, okay.
That's incorrect, Vaughn. I can tell you how it's incorrect.
Well, the point is that this is one sick son of a bitch. Okay, he is. Him and his buddies are sick motherfuckers. All right, and anybody that hangs with them needs to have their fucking head examined. That's all.
Secular comes in here all the time. He's pretty cool.
Secular does not come in here all the time. He hasn't been coming in here until what? Maybe the last year or so. At most.
About 2 years.
At most.
Almost 2 years.
And I was here long before he got here, which means he's.
That's actually not true.
Around.
Actually, I will admit though.
This motherfucker actually stole one of my videos. This motherfucker actually stole one of my videos where I was doing concept art and tried to claim it as his. And to this day, the video is still on YouTube, where he's trying to claim my intellectual property as his.
Yeah, but everybody does that.
And I've tried being reasonable. I've tried being reasonable and told him to take it.
Everybody does that, though, even NASA.
He fucking refuses to take the shit down, even though I've told him repeatedly to take it down. Okay, because he's a fucking asshole. Okay, now if you're going to hang out with assholes, guess what that makes you? Okay, guess what that makes you?
Now, for the record, that is my original starship design. That is not your starship design, Vaughn. I've already warned you.
Outside chat.
I do, by law, have to do a disclaimer here because it is a prototype with the Canadian Space Agency. I've warned Vaughn of this. That is my original starship design.
Quit your lying, Secular. Quit lying for one fucking day. Just one fucking day.
Listen, I just wanted to put out there because it is a legal disclaimer. This is real business.
Yeah.
Just a sec. You can rage at
me. Is this like
the theft of my intellectual property?
Is this like the F-117? Did you actually design that
my intellectual property is
or
a joke?
maybe just the hydraulic?
Well,
that shows you how much he cares about the law, right? When he makes jokes about intellectual property rights, that shows you how much he cares about the law.
Put out a legal disclaimer for you, Vaughn. You can't claim that it's yours.
He's a fucking mental patient. He thinks he's above the law. He thinks he's impervious. He thinks he's a Teflon kid, and that nobody can touch him, and that he can't be in front of a judge, and that he can't be thrown in jail, and that he can do no wrong. He can get on here and slander people, steal people's intellectual property, plot to destroy someone's family, for fuck's sake, but he's impervious. It's okay because it's on the internet. That makes it okay in his mind, okay? Because he's a fucking mental patient in his goddamn self. You know, but he'll get on the internet and harass the fuck out of people, and that's okay because, hey guys, it's the internet, okay? It's not like it's actually impacting people.
Right.
It's just the internet, which means it's all fake. It's all fantasy land to him, okay? And so he gets on here and he harasses the fuck out of people and makes hate videos. Not just about me, mind you. He's done it to other people too, okay? So I'm not just talking about myself here. But, you know, these motherfuckers they get on YouTube for the sole purpose of trolling, harassing, defaming, and doing whatever they can to fuck up somebody's life, because that's what they get off on. Okay, that's what they live for. They live for that shit, or he wouldn't even be on YouTube and Google to begin with. That's what he lives for. He loves that shit.
He's never done anything like that to me. And a matter of fact, one time he sent me a very nice fruit basket.
Tom, talking over me won't help, dude.
That's actually true. Thank you, Tom.
Talking over me ain't going to help you, Tom. Sorry.
Well, it's a Vaughn Health show now.
But the point is, the only reason he's here,
the only reason his buddies are here. I think Van wants to talk. Just give Van a chance, Vaughn. You've been talking for 8 minutes.
Yeah, it's been talking for quite a while. I mean,
yeah, go ahead, Van.
I'm trying to think. Remember what I was going to bring. Oh, I remember. He says either this happened or I'm making it up. And well, that's a blatant false dichotomy. Either it happened, either you made it up, either you're mistaken, or someone told you this and they were mistaken, or someone told you that and they were making it up. All sorts of options.
That's a good point, Van. Actually, that's valid.
Well, Van, it's either true or it ain't. And considering that his hangouts are out there for everybody to see, unless he made them all private, they're out there for everybody to see. Okay, and especially the hangouts where they were sitting there abusing the fuck out of my wife. Well,
No one's ever said that it's either true or it's not.
Yeah,
is
well,
false.
see,
That
if
is
you're
true.
going to defend
And
this
however,
motherfucker,
no,
what does
and I'm
that
going to
make
finish
you?
making
Now,
my
wait,
point.
no,
I'm
if you're
going to
gonna
finish
defend
making
this
my point.
motherfucker, what
I'm
does that
going
make
to
you?
finish making my point.
Make your point, but
I'm
it ain't
going to
going to
finish.
help
Shut up.
you because you're
Shut
defending
up.
him,
Shut
and that is abundantly clear that you're defending him.
up. Okay, my point was for you to put forth that false dichotomy. I wanted to correct that. Your mistake, I wanted to correct. I've done
Actually,
so.
I didn't post no false dichotomy because I prefaced it by saying it's either true or it is not true. That's not a
So
false
either,
dichotomy.
and then you followed that up with, so either this happened this way or I made it up. Which that's the false
It's either true or it ain't. Okay, stop
that is
with
correct.
the fucking semantic bullshit.
There's no
okay?
semantic.
Stop
I'm
with
using
the
your
semantic
words.
bullshit. It's either true or it ain't fucking true. And if it
That's
is true, this motherfucker belongs behind bars, and you damn well know it.
For what though? What have I done illegal? That's what you haven't proven anything. I've given you the means. If you want to put it out to the people's court, I don't give a shit. Like, put it on an account. I even told you can put my name to it. I don't give a fuck. Put it out there. I give you permission, Vaughn.
So okay, all right, Ernie. Let's review this, okay?
Irv, you have permission, Irvin. No problem.
Don't quit calling me Irv. Irv is not my legal name, and you fucking.
Well, you might have tried to change your name, but that's
no,
your
I didn't.
first
Well,
name.
yeah, but my legal name is James Paul. It's been James Paul for fucking years.
Irvin, look, and let's just talk.
It's been over half my life. My legal name is James Paul.
That's fine.
Quit calling me
I
Irv.
accept that.
Quit
Irvin,
calling me Irv then. Quit doing it.
Irv the perv. Let's just slow down.
Irv the perv.
and
Yeah.
let's
See,
get it done.
listen, this motherfucker doesn't stop. All right. So here's the deal, Secular. Okay.
The irony meter is going to explode.
You can sit there and laugh and say, "Oh, well, because it happened on the internet, that doesn't mean that I'm."
Well, nothing happened on the internet. That's the argument I'm making. If you have evidence to the contrary,
here's the problem.
But I like it when you talk like this, Vaughn, because it actually gives me ammunition in court. So you're actually slandering me. So go ahead. Go for it.
Here's your problem, Secular. If you'll stop talking over me, here's your problem. Your problem is that I've got you leading Google Hangouts of people who, by their own admission, repeatedly called CPS, repeatedly called government institutions to try and even get me killed on at least one occasion. And I've got the district attorney's own testimony on that motherfucker.
Well, then you should have
accept your evidence.
Now, here's the thing. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to call the government, if you're going to call the government to try and get me killed,
Did I ever call the government to try to get you killed? Is that what you're saying?
That rises to a whole new level.
I want to stop right there.
Problem.
That's a serious charge. That's a serious
you're right.
charge.
You didn't make the call.
Oh, he just admitted I didn't make the call, right?
Make the call, but what you did do is you encouraged them to make the call. Okay,
I never encouraged anybody to do shit.
That's just as bad as making the call yourself. Sorry.
Oh, here we go. See how it changes?
Just as bad as making the call yourself. When you're encouraging people to do shit, that makes you an accomplice.
Oh my goodness.
It's called an accomplice. You might have heard that word. You might have heard
about it. Yeah. If you can prove that I'm an accomplice to anything, you post it
and
you
take it to court. Hangout, dumbass. It's in your own.
Well, then
I'll accept your evidence.
Yeah, well, I'll accept it if you'll just show it. Timestamp me. I'll put it in here. I don't care. He hasn't got shit. That's why.
Yeah, I
He's
do
just
got
flying off the.
Yeah, I do got it. See what they want? They want me to post.
Hey, do you have the Dear Andrea video? I have a serious question.
Post this shit to my account, and then their butt buddies will go and flag my account down and get my account turned.
Put it on a stock account.
That's what they want. See?
Put it on a stock account.
That's exactly.
I told you already. Put it on a stock account. Call it Ernie Chrysler, my real name. And I told you. Yeah, exactly. So go ahead and do it. But I got a question. This is a serious question.
You admit to false flagging me. That's awesome.
I never said. Well, you flagged me. You have flagged me. I flagged you on one video where you dropped my dogs.
I'm glad to hear that out of your mouth.
The only video I ever flagged was the one where you broke the rules.
My happy ass. You and your butt buddies over there.
Yeah. No, I want to make clear. I flagged one video, and when I flagged it, I actually chose the option. If he would stop, I chose the option to give him 48 hours notice before he got a strike on his account, but he ignored it. It's because he dropped his dogs. Him and Brett Keane, a fucking faggot named Monograph, and his little queer buddy named Cancer Fag, Here Be Monsters, and they all fucking gloated how they're gonna wreck my job because I hurt Von Helton's feelings. They're going to attack my...
Folks, you have to understand, it was a different time. It was a different time and beers were involved. Let's move ahead, because we got lots of other stuff. I don't even remember what the hell we argued about up
I
there.
didn't give a fuck, about all the other shit you post on your channel, but when you start dropping people's names...
They called CPS. I got Mark.
Well, who's hippers? What's that got to do with me? Who are any of these people?
I got Mark Gronin admitting he called CIA out here. I've got.
Well, they're not me. They're not me. None of them are me.
I've got the district attorney on record saying he had to stop the CIA who were going to come out here and, at the very minimum, arrest me.
Then you show it.
Bullshit. You can call bullshit all you want, but the truth of the matter is that
I didn't hear my name come up once.
You're
I didn't hear my name
motherfuckers, and you don't belong on the internet. Period. You don't belong on the internet.
Just for the record, I didn't hear my name come up once.
Let me ask you something, Secular. Let me ask you.
Go ahead. One question.
How many other families are you doing this to, Secular, besides mine?
I don't do it to any families at all.
Bullshit. How many other families? Come on, let's hear it.
That's a loaded question.
How many other families are you going to do this way?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
That's like me asking you how many cocks do you suck that you don't like.
Oh.
You ever sucked a cock that you like? Have you ever sucked a cock that you don't like?
Answer.
It's a loaded question. I've never attacked any families, so there you go. That's my answer.
Right.
None.
Yeah, okay.
Zero.
All right.
Zip.
Yeah. All right. So
if you have evidence, then you put it up there.
Secular is a perfect little angel. He didn't do anything wrong.
I'm not perfect.
He's such a good boy. He never done anything wrong.
I've never attacked a family, though. I'll admit that.
Fucking sickening. This is so fucking sickening. You didn't go to my channel. You've never been to my fucking channel, have you?
Yeah, that's correct. I've never been to your channel. I probably will never go. However, the very first time I encountered you was in this room.
Fucking one.
Will you be quiet?
Then you banned.
Will you be quiet?
Yeah, you did.
Will you be
lying
quiet?
fuck.
Will you
yeah,
be
you
quiet?
did. You lying fuck.
Okay, the very first time I encountered you.
No, the very first time you encountered me, you just admitted you said you didn't.
No, I didn't.
No. Yeah, you just did, fucker. It's
No,
on record. It's on record.
No.
You just did.
No.
I got all I needed. That's all I needed.
Well, okay, then shut up.
I got you admitting.
Now shut up. Good, now shut up. Good, now shut up. Good, now shut up. Good, now shut up. Okay. Well, the very first time I encountered you, I brought up a few of these questions that have been of claims you've made in the past.
Trolling. That's awesome.
And I decided to ask you those questions myself to find out if you really did make those claims, or if other people were just making them up about you. So I asked you.
You trolled me.
Were you the basis for the Punisher? And you said yes.
You trolled
I said
me.
you were aware that the Punisher was based on a character called the Executioner, Mac Nolan, which was created in '68.
You trolled me.
You said that
from day
the Punisher himself was created in '73.
Here in this fucking hangout. Thank you, Van. That's all I need, buddy. You
Good,
just
shut up.
admitted to trolling
Now,
me from day fucking
when I
one.
asked you that
From
if you were
day
the Punisher,
fucking
and then I
one, you
informed
trolled
you,
me. That's all I need to know.
and then I
Thank
informed you that the Punisher was based on a different character that was created in '68.
I don't care. I don't
And then I informed you that the Punisher himself was created in '73.
I really don't care.
So at that point, how can you be the basis for the Punisher?
I really don't care at this point.
Okay, good. So
because I
moving on to
got
the
you
next
on
point.
record now admitting
You created
that
a
you told me
Starship
from day
Drive
one. You didn't believe
when
me
you were
from
in
day
elementary
one.
school.
You trolled me from day one, which means you've been my enemy from day fucking one.
No, let's go ahead and mute you. So,
dude, you're so poor you can't pay attention, dude.
I'm just
Listen.
fucking styling, ain't I, Secular? I'm just styling like
So
a
where'd you get
motherfucker,
$4
right?
grand for a lawyer, or
I'm styling like a
$3,900 for your
motherfucker,
computer?
right?
Where'd that money come from?
Look, where my money comes from is none of your fucking business, is it?
I know where it comes from. It comes from
Is it?
Obama.
No, it doesn't come from. Oh, are you
You're
kidding?
sucking right on Obama's
I
teeth.
wish I could get a check from fucking Obama, the lying whore.
You do, every
I get
month.
a check from his ass. What are you talking about?
You get food stamps. Where do you think those come from?
The district attorney in New York happens to be a black man, but that's immaterial. The point is,
What's that got to do with anything?
the district attorney in New York said they ain't nobody got a check from Obama. So once again, Secular, you're a fucking liar. Quit lying, Secular.
Sorry Wilson has just donated $2. I'd just like to point out that Vaughn did everything he could do to avoid answering that question about has he ever sucked a cock he didn't like.
You're very astute, Wilson. You're very astute. Thank you very much for joining us, folks. We still got lots more to come. I don't even remember a lot of this. There's a part 2 to this. We should just do a big marathon of it sometime.
I think that was
Though, like I said, it's hard for me to listen to myself drunk and stammer through this.
racist comment. I just want to throw that out there for public. That is a racist comment.
One day,
That's
motherfucker. No, it's
a
not
racist comment.
I would too, if you ask. I'm wondering why Von Helton's being racist now. Why would he bring that up?
I'm a racist because I brought up the fact that a black district attorney said Obama hadn't given nobody no check. That's racist. You're a fuckwad.
Well, what's the difference if he's black or not? What's that mean? Anything?
Because it makes
the purpose of bringing that up?
Because it makes a difference. Because it makes
Why?
a difference.
What difference?
Because if it had been a white guy, everybody would have blew it off. That's why.
That's racist. Thank you, Von.
That is racist.
Yeah, well, thank you.
That is racist. Thank you.
No, it's not racist, dumbass. It's the truth.
Well, that's racist.
No, it's not racist. No,
yeah,
it's
that's
not
racist.
Because if a white district attorney had went after Obama, he would have been the one labeled the racist. So fuck you. Okay? Quit spinning this shit to try and make Von out to be an evil motherfucker, because it's not going to work.
No spin necessary.
No, yeah, no spin necessary. That says the man who admitted in this fucking hangout that he hated me from day one. Yeah, Van, your words have lost any credibility.
I didn't say that.
You did say that. Okay,
no, I didn't say that.
Okay, you implied it. How about that? Is that okay with you? All right, whatever.
No, I don't even think I implied that.
I don't hate you, Von Helton. I've said that
You're
many
right.
times
You don't
publicly.
hate me because you already got what you wanted. You got my marriage destroyed. You got my wife put in an insane asylum, and you got my kids abused under foster care. So you're right.
I'm so flattered that you think I'm that much of a mastermind. I'm really not that smart.
Didn't you, Secular? You got exactly what you wanted, didn't you, Secular?
Wait a minute. Your kids aren't in foster care now, though.
No, but they got abused under foster care. When I got my kids back from foster care, they would scream in the middle of the night, blood-curdling screams. They got abused.
Because Von was a shitty parent.
How could you do that?
Taken away.
Shut up.
I have a question. I have an honest question.
That's fairly systemic.
I have an honest question here. Is how could you hear them? You said yourself that your room that you're in right now is extraordinarily soundproof, and you screaming at the top of your lungs, they can't hear.
When I go back to check on them, because I had to, because they had to have bottle changes. When I go back for bottle change and diaper change, they would scream bloody murder all night long. All night long. And this sick son of a bitch right here, this sick motherfucker right here.
Yeah, me. I'm responsible for everything wrong in Von Helton's life. Go ahead, Von.
You and your friends, okay? I don't want you to get all the credit, but you and your friends.
If we were that bad, why didn't he ever hit the X button and just leave the internet? If I had my family terrorized like you're saying, I would have just left the internet.
See, that's how they do. Oh yeah, since they're evil and I'm good, all the good people have to leave the internet, right, Secular? And you fucking trolls get to stay on the internet.
I'm just saying, if my family was being threatened by the internet, I would leave the internet.
It's unacceptable for the trolls and the haters to stay and all the good people to leave the internet. No, I'm sorry. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable.
Fair enough. So basically, you're saying the internet was more important than your family. I'm glad that we got
that. I never claimed
That's what you just said.
But you sure as fuck did in all those fucking hate videos of yours, didn't you?
Well, they're up there. Everybody can watch them.
Von Helton loves the internet more than he does his kids, even though I interrupt my own fucking shows to go and check on my kids all the time.
Oh, that's so fatherly of you to interrupt your show to actually look after your kids.
It's better than what you're implying. I don't check on my kids at all, fucker. So yeah,
I never implied they had ever checked on your kids. I think just the internet is secondary to them. That's all.
You and Paul Wayman made a quote in your own fucking hangout that Von Helton hasn't checked his kids in 15 fucking hours. Your words,
that's not true.
Your fucking mouth.
That's not true.
Your mouth.
If you show me that, you can post it.
In a fucking Google Hangout. Oh, Von Helton hasn't checked his kids in 15 hours. Well, they would be dead, you fucking moron.
Right, that's why the CPS took away your kids, because they were failing to thrive. But that has nothing to do with me.
You and your friends lied to them and said that my kids were being abused.
I never talked to CPS. I never reported them. Again, for the record, it was the doctors that called CPS.
The doctors, one doctor who admitted being one of my haters, but that was one doctor.
Yeah.
But we got Sean Merriman.
So you guys know he claims that we planted a doctor in his town. I just want to put that out there.
Hangout with Sean Merriman, Paul Wayman, Loves to Dance, all these motherfuckers admitted to calling CPS, and he got the benefit from it. He encouraged it. He manipulated it.
but he's going to say he's an angel because he didn't call.
I never did
Bullshit.
shit.
Bullshit.
Oh man, I'm so flattered you think
right.
that
This
I'm a
reminds me of the
mastermind.
stories of those girls who kill
Secular.
themselves
You're
because
right,
they get
Secular.
harassed in the
You never
internet.
called.
I
Forced others to do so.
That's
Which
not a
makes
good
you
thing
just as
towards
bad
you,
in my book.
It's kind of cuts both ways in this situation.
Well, it's kind of interesting because there's actually a video put out saying that I'm behind Amanda Todd as well. So I mean, you know, take a.
Bring your allies in here. Bring your friends in here.
I
I
thought
don't give
it
a
was
fuck
just
anymore.
maybe fair.
I don't give a
I
fuck
thought it was
anymore
fair.
because at this point, this thing ain't nothing but a fucking kangaroo court, in my opinion. Okay, so bring all your butt buddies, all your friends, all your allies. Bring them all in here. I don't care.
I don't think she hates you at all. I think that she's indifferent, maybe, but maybe she likes you a bit.
You're so full of shit. Why can't
I
you
don't know her from. Actually, I think her and Iron probably talk more than I do with her. I don't really know her at
the
all.
fucking truth could hit you upside the head and you still wouldn't fucking listen, man. I swear to God.
I just know she was
You
in the
can't tell
chat,
the
and I
fucking
thought she
truth.
might have something to
You
say.
cannot tell the
Say,
fucking
sorry.
truth, not
Forgive me.
once. Not all my fucking haters in the side chat. So yeah, I guess they would. The whole fucking outside chat's full of my fucking haters. Of course they would. And Annabelle gave him spanners too, didn't she?
You can't
yeah,
do that.
She did. Yeah, she
I
did.
don't think
they're
she
out
has
there
the
with
power.
fucking spanners right fucking now. So yeah, she did.
Annabelle doesn't have the power to do that.
Annabelle did have the power. When Annabelle did have the power, she
Weeks
did it.
ago.
And they've still got the spanners to this day, don't they? I mean, nobody took them away from them, did they? No, they didn't.
Who gave me a spanner?
Yeah. I got my spanner from Nadia, so I don't know.
So did I.
Isn't that that's kind of interesting. But you do have an advantage on me, Vaughn. I'll give it to you. Like I said, I'm almost a 12 into a case of Miller Genuine Draft, but I still think I'm faring pretty good against you, to be honest with you, because I haven't heard any evidence leveled against me. I just hear accusations.
Yes.
But I'm glad this is live.
I would love to say that I'm surprised by you, Secular, but I'm not surprised in the least. You're a perfect little angel. You've never done anything wrong. You didn't come on the internet to harass the fuck out of people. You're just a perfect little angel.
I didn't come on. Listen,
I think it's wonderful that that you're confessing that how good of an angel you are and how
I never said that.
You've never made hate videos about anybody and
not hate videos.
Yeah, you've never made no hate videos about anybody.
I laugh at you.
And it's just you didn't have Google Hangouts where you talk shit about my wife and my kids.
I talk shit about you and like mad shit about you.
And called her every fucking filthy name you could think of, and
I don't think I called her too many names.
how she was a quote lol's cow, your words, not anybody else's, your words.
Secular opinion.
We're gonna sit here. Yeah. Secular is just a perfect fucking angel. He never did anything wrong, guys. He's a perfect fucking angel. What a load of shit, man. Makes me want to fucking vomit. But whatever.
All right. Are you done? Are we done with this topic?
You brought Nevin in here, so apparently you want to keep this shit going. Go ahead, Nevin.
Well, I just thought since you were trash talking her, I thought maybe we should give her a chance.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh yeah, I was trash talking.
What were you trash talking there, buddy?
Well, she's saying apparently that we're buddies, Nevin. Yeah, you're a buddy of mine.
We're butt buddies.
I don't think I've ever talked to her beyond this hangout, to be
well,
honest.
I mean, Nevin wait a minute. Nevin did side with Annabelle when Annabelle wrongly banned me and had my DC removed. So, I think that's pretty fucking obvious that if she's going to side with somebody who, by her own admission, hates my guts, Annabelle admitted to it.
I was pointing out
Nevin gave her 100% support. That's not in question. It's in the Hangout for anybody to go see.
Yeah, it is. It is in the Hangout for everyone to see. And remember when we went around the room, Vaughn, and we asked, are you saying, or is anyone in the room saying these things strictly because they're supporting Annabelle, or are they actually trying to?
Nobody's going to say it. No, of course not.
Oh, right, because people just.
But in the side chat
all I was doing, if you recall, I'm not sure if you remember, but all I was doing was pointing out the ridiculousness of the fact that you were honestly saying and threatening to sue Annabelle for slander over the internet with a pro bono lawyer that doesn't actually exist in the UK after you had called her a whore and a cunt. Just the absurdity of the fact that you said you were going to sue her for slander after you had called her a whore and a cunt. and then with money you don't have, and then when that was brought up, you talked about a pro bono overseas lawyer.
Yes, God help me that I would want to actually defend myself. Yeah, that's horrible.
Well, typically when
No,
somebody's under attack,
I'm agreeing with you, Nevin. It's horrible.
But you're missing a major point. You're missing a major point. You're missing a major point, and the point you're missing is that when you're under attack, typically you don't slander when you're accusing someone else of slander. Typically, you don't slander in retaliation.
How did I slander her?
Still think you have the moral high ground to
sue them. How did I slander her?
You called her a cunt and a whore.
And she is. How was that slander?
And an IMF shill, I think.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Well, she worked for the IMF for her own mission.
That's true.
She worked for the IMF.
But I'm not disagreeing with you. I think
if those things aren't slander, then
hold it. When somebody admits to something, how the fuck is that my fault?
Okay, so when someone says you're a bad father, and the proof is that you've had your kids taken away, how is that slander if it's true?
Now, wait a minute. I won all 5 of my court cases. So how am I a bad father again?
Well, typically good fathers don't have their kids taken away.
Yeah, a good father that has legions of fucking trolls on the internet who called CPS day after day after
this has
fucking
been explained to you.
And you never said one word about that, did you?
It's been explained to you many times that just like if you call the police.
Yes, without good reason.
Just calm down. You're gonna have a heart attack. Just like if you call the police and accuse someone and say, hey, Vaughn is threatening to blow somebody up, and the cops go through and go to your house, or trailer, sorry, they do a thorough investigation, they see you don't have any bomb-making supplies and you're acting rationally, they will not arrest you. Same thing when if someone calls child protective services.
Wrong. How it works down here, I don't give a fuck how it works in any other state, but how it works down here, if they get a call, they must come out and take the kids.
No.
They have to.
No, they must come out and do a thorough investigation.
I don't care what other states do. I'm talking about Kentucky.
That's just not how the law works.
No. I don't care what other states say.
That's just ridiculous. There's no way.
They come to Tom, I lived it. You didn't. They come down, they take the kids, then you go to court and you get the kids back if you're innocent. That's how it works.
No.
That's why I had to go to court so many times. Is because they kept taking the damn kids because of these sick motherfuckers.
If someone, for example, called and said,
Tom, you're talking out your ass. You're talking out your ass. Go Google a YouTube video called "Don't Mess with Texas CPS." Google it. All right, Texas CPS come into the hospital, literally rip the kid away from her.
Except you don't live in Texas. You live in Kentucky, as you just said.
She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't do a damn thing wrong. She had just given birth. And
you had just finished saying, I don't care what other states do. So we're only talking about the state that you live in.
You're not listening. You're not listening.
Okay, sure.
The CPS come into the hospital and literally rip the kid away from her breast.
Well, that's great. You don't live in Texas.
No court date, no trial, no nothing. They just took the fucking kid and left. Okay?
I actually just want to correct something really fast. Von Helton's wife never breastfed. They were on formula.
Yes, she did.
Well, no, that's not true because you said you used to claim that the trolls. You used to claim that the trolls
because she didn't get a chance
were responsible
to
for her not getting. No, you used to claim that I was responsible and my friends for her not getting her similar.
No, what I said was she didn't get a chance to finish her breastfeeding.
No,
and she didn't get a
that's
chance.
Not what you said.
That is what I said. She didn't get a chance to finish the breastfeeding.
I think you're lying.
She didn't get a chance to breastfeed the rest of the way with the kids, and she didn't get a chance to bond, is what I said. Quit fucking lying.
She was also on medication.
Truly absurd argument.
I know, it's this whole...
Quit fucking lying. She didn't get a chance to finish breastfeeding, and she didn't get a chance to bond with the kids. Get them a forced psych eval.
Well, you are crazy. You think fucking insectoids and reptilians...
I don't give a fuck about your opinion.
That's not my opinion. You are certifiably crazy.
I'm down here and dressed in fucking drag, and it shouldn't matter.
That's why they took your guns away. That's why they took your guns away.
They took my guns away because you guys whined to them that I was dangerous. That's why they took them away.
No, they took your guns away. No, motherfucker, you're not going to blame me for this. They took your guns away, and I have the video.
No, it turns
Yeah,
out
you won't
I'm
let
not
me talk.
dangerous
You waved
after
in your
all.
gun's
It
face.
turned out that I
You waved
wasn't
in your
dangerous
wife's
after
face and
fucking
threatened
all
her
at
life.
all. And in fact, they didn't take my
You
guns
said
away.
if you leave me,
They
I'll
didn't
kill
take
you,
my
and they
fucking
took your
guns
guns
away.
away.
They didn't
Yes,
take my
that's what
guns away.
Hey,
They
it was
didn't
a
take my
computer
fucking guns.
mouse, Secular. Get it right.
They didn't take
Oh,
my
yeah.
guns
Or
away.
a
They didn't
screwdriver
take
or
my
a
guns
fucking
away. That's a
cabinet
fucking
handle.
lie. That's a fucking lie. They didn't take my guns away. They just
They
said
did.
they didn't take my fucking guns away, you lying whore. They didn't take my fucking guns away, you lying whore.
Show us your guns right now, then, motherfuckers. Show them. Pull them out. Show them us your guns. Show us your
Put
guns.
them over mom's house until I got a locked a place to lock
Show
them up.
Show us your guns, then, motherfucker. Show us right now. Pull them out.
Show them your guns, okay? If you want.
Here we go, folks. This is how easy is locked cabinet. This is his locked cabinet with toddlers. That easy. See how easy that was?
You know why?
Well, he's American.
Dumbass.
Yeah, that's true.
The lock is right there, dumbass. All I gotta do
Well,
is
that's
turn
funny
it off.
because you claim the cops took him because you didn't have a locked cabinet, but you had it the whole time.
Well, I didn't know there was a lock on the son of a bitch. Surprise, surprise. But here they are. Now, go. Now, be a hero.
I'm glad that's the second video that we can show the police that you're waving your guns.
Call the cops
Now
out here again,
threaten me.
Secular. Do it again, Secular. Do it again, Secular. Call the cops out here again, you fucking prick.
Well, I'm not going to call the cops, but I could. If you threaten me like you did Kenny. Remember when you threatened Kenny KPZ with your gun? Remember that night? I remember that night. That was lousy. Pull it out. Pull him out. Here it is. Pull it out, wave it at me, and tell me you're going to blow my head off. Just like you did the CPS workers.
Yeah, well, you know what? When a guy gets his kids taken away from him and gets his marriage destroyed, he's liable to say some nasty shit. Well,
See, that's the point Lon leaves out, too, is that he threatened the CPS workers. He claimed he was...
That somebody might actually get upset when a bunch of
That's actually one of the reasons he got his guns taken away.
No, it would. No,
Roboto.
I'm not going to say anything bad because these motherfuckers, sitting there.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, shut up, Van. You already admitted you hated my guts, so shut the fuck up.
I don't hate you, Von.
Yeah, you sure don't because you got everything you wanted, didn't you, fucking prick? You got everything you wanted. You got my marriage destroyed. You got my kids fucking abused under foster care, and you got my wife thrown in a fucking insane asylum. So apparently you got what you wanted, didn't you? You got what you wanted, didn't you?
I'm flattered, though. I'm flattered you think I'm that good.
You're a sick son of a bitch.
Listen, everybody watching, I'm that good.
You and your
Don't fuck with
buddies
me.
are a bunch
I'll
of sick
fucking wreck your life.
motherfuckers, and you need to be locked up.
Well, you got the evidence. Put it out there. That's what I said. I've been telling you that. Anybody watching, one more time, my name is Ernie Chrysler. I live in Ontario, Canada. Anybody out there that, if you want to put the evidence out there that I'm that horrible. But I actually want to thank you, because since we've been talking, I've just gained like 4 subscribers and like 3 more followers on Google+. So I guess that's something. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, I think that we'll skip ahead, folks. We got lots more Von Helton coming up. We got other hijinks to cover here. Folks, don't go anywhere.
It's me, Blasphema. You guys remember me?
No.
Well, if you're not trolling, you can hang out here if you want.
So, Vaughn, I got a question about the whole Cyrex situation.
Okay.
Was it the guy who was trying to beat him up with a baseball bat? Who was it? Cyrax or like the guy with the camera?
I don't remember. All I know is that Cyrax was in danger. That's all I know, and that's all that really matters. Yes, in fact, a federal judge has already ruled that if you travel across state lines to visit someone with
ill intent,
with ill intent, if you
Not to mention,
across state
Cyrax
lines,
hasn't been arrested yet. He has done nothing wrong. That's why he
well,
hasn't been
here's
arrested
the
yet.
thing. The federal judge has already ruled on this. If you travel across the state lines to visit someone with ill intent of any kind, the person you are coming to visit has every right to defend themselves and fear for their lives. That is a federal judge already ruled on that shit. It's already settled law. Okay? So if you get in your vehicle and you cross the state of Kentucky's state line to come get me for any reason, I'm well within my right to defend myself however I see fit, because at that point I have to assume you're there to do me harm. Okay, and ain't no police officer down here going to mess with me. No judge is going to mess with me. I'm a model citizen. I don't break the law. I don't bother anybody. I don't go out here and start a bunch of shit with people. And everybody down here knows that. They know it for a fact. It's not hearsay. They know that I don't go out and start trouble. Okay, so if you cross the state line, first of all, it's a federal offense. And second of all, a federal judge has ruled that I am well within my right to defend myself. So tough shit, there you go.
All right. Are you sure this didn't happen?
That he's on his own property.
Right, he's on his own property.
He's defending himself.
He's defending himself. He has every right to defend himself.
Should have fucking put a hole in his head. He should have had a gun and put him down like an animal. He traveled to go to him. Cyrax didn't travel to him. He traveled to Cyrax. There you
Looks
go.
like Cyrax is defending himself against somebody that came to his house illegally. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, the guy is trespassing. He is trespassing on private property. That's number one. Now he's struggling to get the baseball bat from him. And this is where my story kicks in, that I said he stole the baseball bat from him and tried to kill him. Isn't that what happened? Yeah. Because there they are struggling over it right now.
He don't care.
Nah, he don't care.
He probably thinks it's good. You think it's probably good that he went there with a baseball bat to hurt him. He probably thinks it's great.
Well, yeah. Of course.
But now it's the time for me to open up a new chapter in my life. It's time for me to close this chapter of my life and start a brand new chapter. Start over new. And believe me, this is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but it's for the betterment of myself and ultimately the betterment of my future, as well as for the betterment of my family and my health. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Well, who's the torch going to get passed on to? Now that you're leaving and you're starting a new chapter in your life, who are you passing the torch on to? Well, I will tell you. The person I'm passing the torch on to is somebody that has been here since day one. Somebody that has obviously had some negative times with me, but has also had some very good times. We've had a lot of laughs, a lot of cringy moments, a lot of bitching and arguing. But despite all that, this person has been there through everything. This person has helped me along the way, has made funny videos of me, has stood up for me when I least expected it. And the person that I'm passing the torch of the nation onto, the torch that I'm passing, the person I'm passing the torch of my fan base to, is none other than my good friend, Music Biz Marty. Marty has been there through everything, done all he could to support. He's done everything he could to support everything that I do, everything that I'm about. He's gone out of his way to help me. So, from this moment on, Music Biz Marty is now the new leader of the Cyrax Nation. And Marty, I couldn't ask for anyone better to fill that spot than you. You say they're too big to fill, but I know you can do it because I believe in you. You showed heart. You showed guts. You showed determination. You've shown that, like me, you don't take shit from nobody. And regardless of whether I like it or not, You've been there. You stood up for me in more ways than one. Hell, when I was sicker than a damn dog and I was depressed, you were one of the first motherfuckers on here to reach out and ask me how I was doing. When I was going through breakups and I was on the edge, you were one of the first ones to reach out and be like, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? You got that fire in you, man. You've got that power in you to carry on the legacy. And I couldn't think of anyone better to run that legacy and continue on where I left off than for you. Honestly, I couldn't be any prouder to have somebody like you, Marty, carry on my legacy from this day forward. Now, I may make appearances here and there, just not tonight, but I may make appearances on random live streams here and there once in a great while. But just know that after today, I am going to be hanging out on Facebook a lot. I'm going to be working on artwork a lot. I'm going.
You know what, Secularopinion? Go fuck you and your phone calls and your and your whole fucking pathetic, useless life. You know, I don't even listen to your voicemails. You know that, right? I don't even waste my fucking time listening to your shit every time you call me. You know you're just wasting your fucking time every time you do that, right? Because you're just a lowlife. You're a lowlife fucking piece of shit, Secularopinion. That's all you are. You trolled the fuck out of Von Helton for 10 years because you don't have a fucking life. Okay? And you think you're better than everybody. You're not better than me. You're not better than Von Helton. No, you don't like me, because if you like me, you wouldn't do the F-God shit that you do. You wouldn't do the fucking scumbagish things you do if you like me. Yeah, well, I don't want to be liked by trolls. I want to be liked by real fucking people. And if I can't get real fucking people, then I'm going to shut the channel down at the end of the year. It's that fucking simple. I don't want scumbags. I want real people. Scumbags are beneath me. All right, we're going to discuss something here. We're going to get it plain, and I'm going to tell you how I feel, and I'm going to lambaste somebody right now. Okay? Somebody has been crank calling me for the last 24 hours. The reason why this individual has been crank calling me is because they don't like that I put a copyright strike on them. Okay? They use my content without my permission. I don't give a fuck if you think it's fair use. You did not use my content with my permission. So guess what, asshole? I will never take the strike off. Okay? I already have it blocked on my phone that anybody who calls me with a restricted number now goes straight to voicemail. So you can ring my phone all day long. I'll never hear it, pal. But I'll tell you what, every time the new voicemail icon comes up, I just go in and delete it, because you're not gonna influence me. I will never leave YouTube. And first of all, in every one of his messages, he says, "Oh, I gotta check up on you." Well, I'm not a fucking 2-year-old. I don't need to be checked up on. Do you understand me, you piece of shit? It showed up in the copyright section. I had every right to strike your video. I will continue to strike your video, and I will never take it off. So take your phone calls and jam them up your ass! Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever the case may be in your part of the world. I am Emo Halliwell, and I am stating this as a plain fact one more fucking time. One more fucking time, piece of shit. I'm explaining this to you one more fucking time, okay? Secular opinion, stop leaving me stupid voicemails. Secular opinion, go fuck yourself. Secular opinion, you're a piece of shit. Secular opinion, you're a fucking pussy because every time you call me, you block your fucking number like a little fucking pussy. Okay? The reason, and then you say, oh, I'm worried about your health. I'm worried about why you're raging on YouTube. I'm raging on YouTube because pieces of shit like you. Do you understand that? You're a piece of shit today, a piece of shit tomorrow, a piece of shit next week. 10,000 years from now, you would be a piece of shit. Stop calling me and crank calling me and leaving me fucking stupid voicemails. I'm not a 2-year-old. You're not my fucking friend. You don't need to be checking up on me. You're not gonna send a fucking posse to my house because I'll bash their fucking faces in. Okay? I dare you to come to my fucking house because you won't have your fucking face left. Do you understand me? Stop making the fucking calls. You fucking pussy! You're ignorant fucking pussy!
You dumb motherfuckers. You're idiots. You are idiots. We could have put this guy down for the rest of the fucking month.
I would have been in the poorhouse, man. I would have had to probably go on welfare.
You dumb motherfuckers. You are idiots. You are fucking idiots.
These people
Every
are
one
not
of you.
that smart.
I mean, like I said, ask any bookie, man. He'll tell you, yeah, you're all fucked up royal. You had him dead to rights, man.
Yep.
There was a challenge out by the trolls to come up with $300. Between all of them, they could have easily come up with $300. They didn't do it. And John was going to match their $300. And that would have left John pretty much broke for the rest of the month. And the dumbasses didn't take him up on it. You stupid fucks. Oh, we got him to spend $5. Oh my God. You could have got him to spend $300, you dumbasses. He would have been broke for the rest of the month. You dumb motherfucking YouTube trolls. Why are you so fucking stupid? You had him on the ropes.
They can't help it.
You literally had him on the ropes. He would have been broke for the rest of the month. He would have had to wait till he got paid again next month in order to come out of it.
I would have been fucked 3 ways to Sunday, but they
And you dropped the fucking ball, trolls. You dumbass motherfuckers. You really are that. Yes, you really are that fucking stupid.
They are dumb, man.
Between all of you motherfuckers putting your money together, it wouldn't even have cost you 50 cents a person. But you dumbass,
I mean, all these hundreds of trolls. If you took all 100 trolls together, their IQ would still be
IQ would be 5.
5, right?
IQ is 5. I got a 5 IQ. I mean, the minimum IQ, boys and girls, if you look it up, is 100. Okay, that's the minimum IQ. These guys don't even make the grade. Okay, they don't make the grade. They're so deep into the negative numbers, man. You can't never dig them out again. Okay, they're gone because anybody could have put 2 and 2 together and said, "Hey, wait a minute! If he spends $300, he's going to be out for the rest of the month." You big dumb motherfucking trolls. You dumb mother! You had him on the ropes, and you let him go for $5. Oh, they were so excited too, John.
Had me in the poorhouse, man.
They were so excited too, John. We got him on. You ought to read the emails. We got him on $5. We got him on $5. I said, "You dumbass! You could have got him on 300, and you dropped the ball."
Oh, they sent an email to you for that?
These motherfuckers claim to be so wise and so smart, and they've got all the fucking answers. And yet there's too fucking stupid to realize the difference between getting somebody on $5 and get them on 300. What's the matter with you dumb motherfuckers?
These people
you ain't got no sense. I mean, ask any bookie. Ask any bookie. He'll tell you, yeah, y'all done fucked up. Ask any bookie. You dumb motherfuckers. You're idiots. You are idiots.
Yeah, we're all dumb because we didn't put $600 into fucking Von Helton's bank account. Yeah, okay. All right, Von.
Now, obviously, I'm not talking about the regular folk that watch us that ain't trolls or haters or, you know, ne'er-do-wells of some kind. You know, you guys are all cool, but I'm talking specifically to these idiots that follow us around like a little lost puppy and don't get a clue and realize, hey, man, we could have put this guy down for the rest of the fucking month.
I would have been in the poorhouse, man. I would have had to probably go on welfare.
But you guys had the chance to put the man on the ropes and you didn't fucking, and between all of you, it'd have been 50 cents a person. You know, I mean, come on. You dumb motherfuckers. You are idiots. You are fucking idiots. Every one of you.
That's smart.
I mean, like I said, ask any bookie, man. He'll tell you, yeah, y'all fucked up royal. You had him dead to rights, man. Yep. You had him on live on video, committed to dropping 300, and you settled for $5. And you ought to see their emails, John. Oh, we got him on $5. And I said, yeah, but you could have got him on 300, dipstick. Oh. And these guys are supposed to be smarter than me? Really? No, I don't think so. What a bunch of idiots. So the next time you see a YouTube troll or a Von Helton hater on YouTube, laugh at them. You dumb motherfucker. Because they are. They're dumb. They're stupid. They really are.
They are.
Thinking themselves, speaking of the Bible, speaking themselves wise, they became fools. That's a quote right out of the Bible. So there you go. That fits them to a T, by God. That definitely fits them to a T. Thinking themselves wise, they became fools. Yeah. And that fits to a T. Because they had him, man. They had him up against.
They got me good.
He was committed to plunking down $300. And they settled for $5 and think $5 is a win. No. Not
and I don't mind helping out Vaughn. So you could have, I don't know.
You could have put him up. Like I said, you could put him down
in
for
the
the
poorhouse, man. You could have put me on the poorhouse.
But now that ship has sailed, so you can't do it no more. You should have, man. You had it made. You had a chance. You had a chance to get John. And you blew it. Why?
You could have made me look like an asshole.
They're just too fucking stupid, I reckon.
We got some asshole out there says when the probate is over, what you gonna do?
What probate? What probate are you talking about? I don't know.
They're talking about the estate, I guess.
The estate, the judge. Okay, here's the thing with the estate. The estate still exists because I didn't kill it. The judge has put everything under my control. I get to decide when the estate disappears and when it does not. And it is actually in my best interest to leave the estate intact because the estate is a recognized entity of the government. It is recognized by the courts, and as such, it is a legal entity. And so I'm going to keep the estate going because they can't fight against an estate. They can fight against me all day long. They can't fight against an estate. Okay. The estate literally gives me a power in court that I would not have as an individual. Not only that, but as a representative.
LT Santio donated $5 through Super Chat. Vaughn wins again, trolls. Well, at least he thinks.
Yeah, he's four-dimensional chess, apparently, folks. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Yeah.
Representative of an estate, I also have the backing of the county sheriff that way as well. And therefore, I'm the plaintiff in most engagements in court. And as the plaintiff, I have the backing of the county sheriff. So I have the power of the sheriff, and I have power as a legal entity in a court of law. So yeah, I see no reason to get rid of the estate just yet until I've recovered my inheritance, my children, and the money that CPS owes me in back child support, plus the 74 grand that I'm owed for being locked out of my double wide. Now, when I get all that, then I'll dissolve the estate, because at that point I shouldn't no longer need it. But for now, it is actually in my best interest and a safety measure even to leave the estate intact and to leave it the way it is. I am 100% in control of everything. Okay? The judge put me in control. My mother put me in control. Everybody put me in control. And I decide when the estate goes bye-bye and when it does not. Nobody else does. I guess the judge could step in if there was a problem, but hey, guess what? There isn't any problems.
You got that place running like a tight ship, man.
I got it running like a sewing machine right now. So what's the fucking problem? Oh, there isn't any. Therefore, there's no reason for the court to intervene in any way. I don't know where you guys are getting this stuff that I'm going to be evicted or that the state's going bye-bye or anything. Where are you getting that shit from? Because if you'd been following along the whole time, you would have known where I told everyone way back when the judge told me, hey, you're in complete control. You decide when the estate ends, not me. She literally put it in the ball in my court. No pun intended. But she put the ball in my court to decide when the estate ends and when it does not. Period. End of story. A sitting judge did that. Okay. So now, unless you're a sitting judge, I don't think you're going to be able to do a whole hell of a lot. Now, are you? So sit down, shut up, troll, and, go find something more productive to do. But now, as far as the estate is concerned, obviously, once I recover my inheritance and my children and the monies that is owed to me, then I can proceed to making improvements on the estate, which is one of the first things I intend to do. And also, taking care of some other things that need to be took care of. But for now, everything is running fine. Everything is stable. And there's no reason for the court to intervene. I think you're contriving a bunch of shit, making a bunch of shit up. Now I did have to get an extension. But that's normal. It happens all the time. There's nothing illegal, immoral, or unethical about an extension. Everybody does it. And I will be able to make up things before that expires. Listen to what he said. He said, giving the kids back is a fantasy.
The Mudbrooker donated $5 through Super Chat. This halfwit thinks the plaintiff in a civil case is the same thing as the prosecutor in a criminal case.
Thank you very much. Yes, Von Helton, in case anybody didn't know, if you're new to the channel, Von Helton's a moron. So he makes a lot of incorrect assumptions. He's an idiot. Folks.
Are you on drugs? Potty training a puppy is not a crime, and it sure as fuck isn't a reason to steal someone's children. My children were stolen against their will and illegally detained for 3 years in a psych ward. That's not legal. No fucking way in hell is that legal. And I can go to the governor and explain to him my situation, and I'll have my kids back in 24 fucking hours. Guaranteed. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I need to get my inheritance back as well. And so I got to do things in order. But one phone call to the governor, and I'll have my kids back. You don't steal somebody's kids and illegally detain them in a psych ward for 3 years. Okay, that's not legal. No fucking way in hell is that legal. Especially over potty training a damn puppy. And then there's the fact that my kids testified in a court of law under oath that CPS lied about the condition of the home, which they did. And yet the children were completely ignored and completely denied their right to be with their father. So don't tell me ever again about children's rights, because I'll laugh at you. My children had no rights in that courtroom, because if they did, they would be with me to this very day. So no, the children didn't have any fucking rights. So don't hand me this children's rights bullshit, because I ain't buying a word of it. Not anymore. Okay, it's all bullshit. My children testified in a court of law They should have been sent back to their father. They were not, especially after being illegally stolen. So, I mean, what the fuck, man? I don't know where you trolls get your information, but your information is wrong. Okay? It's just flat out fucking wrong. And then there's that one incident where CPS shows up with 4 cops and takes my kids just because they fucking wanted to. There was nothing wrong with the house, nothing wrong with the kids, nothing wrong with me. They showed up, 4 cops, and took my kids, stole my children off my property. They came with 4 cops to my house and stole my children. Literally stole them. There was nothing wrong. They had no reason to be there anyway. There was no reason for them to be on my property. None. Zero. Now, I don't know what they told Judge Harris. They could have told Judge Harris that I was burning them with cigarettes or something. I don't know what they told Judge Harris, and I don't give a fuck what they told Judge Harris. But what I do know is that they literally stole my children, which is illegal. It is not legal. One of the first things that we were told in real estate class, one of the first things we were told is that no one is above the law. But yet CPS is certainly acting like they're above the law now, aren't they? That needs to change. We'll see how things go. But the destroyer's coming, and it doesn't matter what you think or believe or feel. The destroyer's coming, and that's just the way it is, man. You're just going to have to deal with it. But I can rest easy because I know he ain't coming for my happy ass. I know he ain't. Because I didn't go out here and destroy someone's life. I didn't go out here and steal someone's inheritance. I didn't go out here and destroy someone's family. I didn't do any of that shit. So I ain't got to worry about the destroyer. I don't have to worry about him at all. But you trolls and the frosts that have destroyed my family, destroyed my finances, blocked me from getting my disability SSI and BA. You don't think the destroyer is going to wipe you all motherfuckers out? Of course he is.
All right. This was Vaughn's babblings about I Was Right, his magnum opus. What the hell, we'll watch a little bit of it, but I want to get to the news stream from today.
Yeah, CBS.
All right.
Years. Wow.
9/11, he was right, folks. Something. I don't know.
Chris Cuomo played a video on Friday night that shows a Saudi official allegedly planning the 9/11 attacks, which resulted in the deaths of 3,000 Americans. The video aired on News Nation and shows a Saudi official plotting the attack on Washington, D.C. Chris Cuomo. Now, this is Chris Cuomo speaking, okay? There's a story that's out right now that you have not been smothered with today. The more I think about it, it has been eating at me all day about how blanked up this is. In other words, how fucked up this is. They put blank on there. We all remember 9/11. I guess we remember. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Well, if you're, I don't know, if you're 18 years old, you might not remember it. I don't know. Maybe time does heal all wounds unless you were directly affected. Like the families who are forever scarred and the families of the first responders.
I'm sorry Wilson has just donated $2. I'm completely convinced that the only person keeping their fingers crossed that Vaughn never gets the kids back is J-Dubs. He doesn't want any competition on who gets to call Von Daddy.
I knew that was coming. Thank you very much, Wilson. We do appreciate the insight as always. We always appreciate your support here at the channel, folks.
Etc. But this CBS, okay, CBS, leftist media. But this CBS video, well, it's CBS, just got a video that supports an allegation that was made in a lawsuit by the 9/11 families that it wasn't just about Osama bin Laden, not just Al-Qaeda. It wasn't Osama bin Laden or Al-Qaeda at all. Osama bin Laden's real name is Tim Osman. He's a fucking American. He didn't attack shit. And Bill Cooper, before they murdered him in cold blood, tried to warn us about that. They said it will not be Osama bin Laden. And he's right. It wasn't Osama bin Laden. It was Saudi Arabia. And it wasn't Al-Qaeda either, by the way. This guy is a Saudi official, and that Saudi government was involved. Okay, so I was right. Way back in 2001, I was right. And subsequently thereafter, when I was talking about 9/11, I was right. Now is the first time we've ever heard about this. No, but we've never given a damn. That's the part that just finally slapped me today. As someone who supposedly cares about what happened that day, because I lost so many people I knew and we would never forget, and all these things. Now, this is Chris Cuomo still talking. In the CBS video, Amr al-Bayoui, identified by the FBI as a Saudi operative, is shown surveilling the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. This location was reportedly the intended target of Flight 93 operation on 9/11, which was thwarted by courageous American passengers. The video was found by British police during a raid on Bayoumi's UK apartment days after the 9/11 attacks. The film is only coming out now. Why the delay? It's been more than 20 years since the tragic attacks. More information from the Washington Examiner. Okay, I believe Washington Examiner means left. I don't know. British police found the video during a raid on Bayoumi's UK apartment in the days after 9/11. If that was missed, then shame on him. I think he knew it was CIA. I don't know if he knew his real name, Tim Osmond. But the thing of it is that Bill Cooper said over and over and over again, it will not be Osama bin Laden. It will not be Al-Qaeda. Because that's what they were going to say. He knew that's what they were going to say. And then, of course, they killed him for putting that information out there. Because Tim Osmond was going to be their scapegoat. That's who they wanted. They wanted to be their scapegoat. And see, Bill Cooper just totally trashed that shit. So they killed him. And, but he said it will not be Osama bin Laden. He was right. He was 100% right. And like I said, I was constantly now Alex Jones. I'm sure after this video comes out, Alex Jones is going to try to claim, well, I said it was Saudi Arabia too. Yeah, after I put all my shit out. Months after I put it out, even, because up until then, he was insisting that Saudi was not involved, that it was just the government doing it. Well, no, it was Saudi Arabia too. I was the only one saying that. Nobody else was saying it. Alex Jones was not saying it. David Icke was not saying it. Nobody was saying that Saudi was involved. It was the government. It was the government. And the government was, but it was also Saudi Arabia. And now, 20 years later, I've been proven 100% right. What does this mean, boys and girls? What this means is the gods I serve are 100% accurate and they are real. They are not a figment of my fucking imagination. They said, we will use the leftist media, two leftist medias, CNN and CBS, and we will prove you to be 100% right. It's just like when CBS had held this panel on one of their shows on CBS. They held this panel, and it was doctors and scientists saying categorically that there is life after death, and that you do indeed retain your cohesion after you die. These doctors came on, and scientists were there with them, and they all agreed. We have technology now that will allow you to be on the table longer than normal before we can bring you back. Now, what's the significance of that? The significance of that is that while you're there on the fucking table dead, you get to find out all kinds of cool shit. You get to know what their names are. You get to know what their girlfriends' names are. You get to know where they ate their lunch, what their house looks like, what their car looks like. You're able to tell them every minute detail, which is exactly what these dead people did. And the only conclusion is that, yes, you retain your cohesion. You are still you after you die. Because they were able to tell them everything. They were able to tell them. They were able to tell them what paintings that were hanging on the wall. It's very reminiscent of that young boy who was reincarnated as a World. He was a World War II pilot, and he got reincarnated as a young boy. And he goes into the VA, and he starts. Yeah, man, I know who you are. I know who you are. I know your name. I know your wife's name. I know your kids' names. I know what paintings are hanging on your wall. I know where you live. I know what car you drive. He was able to prove conclusively that he knew that he really was the World War II pilot he claimed to be, because he went and walked right into the VFW and was able to tell everybody their real name and where they lived and everything. You are still you when you die. The thing of it is that if you pass through that damn tunnel of light, according to Robert Morningsky, one of my mentors, if you pass through that damn light tunnel, your mind gets wiped and you forget what you did in your previous life. But sometimes you don't go through the tunnel. Sometimes you just are brought back. And those people that don't go through the tunnel, they don't get a memory wipe. They remember everything. They have total recall, to quote an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. They have total recall. It's like, yeah, man, I remember everything that happened in my life. Now, I'm unfortunately not that good. I mean, I get bits and pieces of past lives, but nothing major. So I can't really make that claim. I wished I could. I wished I had total recall of some of my past lives, man, because I think it would be really, really cool. But it's all good because, the gods have done exactly what they said they were going to do. They said, we'll use the leftist media to prove you right. And they have. And now here it is. 20 years later, it's like, what the fuck? But here it is. And I've been proven absolutely right. And there's not a damn thing some fucking YouTube troll can say about it. Because I'm on record. I'm on video saying this shit. Okay? So there's not a damn thing they can do except say, yep, okay, his gods must be real. Because that's the only conclusion you can reach. Because the gods said this in advance. My videos are over on BitChute for anybody to go watch. All right. And then, of course, more recently, the videos here on Odyssey. But, my original videos about, the gods and what they told me and shit, it's all on BitChute. It's not like it's hidden, And they said, we'll use the leftist media to prove you right. And so the trolls can go pound sand because I've been proven right. It took a long time, but I've been proven right. Because in fact, I just got an email just before this dropped. And maybe because, but just before this dropped, I got an email from one of my fucking haters on YouTube. Oh yeah, man, your gods ain't real and you're going to lose all your shit and blah, 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 blah. And then this drops, proving that the gods were 100% right in what they said. They said, we'll use the leftist media to prove you're right. And they did. And there it is. Breaking. New video shows Saudi official plotting 9/11 attacks in Washington, D.C. before the tragedy. And the FBI kept the damn video hidden for over 20 years. Man, that's fucked up. But, the gods' timing isn't our timing, is it? No. They have their timing on what they do things, and it doesn't jive with us. I mean, if it was up to me, this shit wouldn't have lasted no 15, 20 years. It would all been took care of instantly. But that's not their plan. And they took me back and showed me that, such and such over here has to be done before this can happen. And this over here has to be done before this can happen. And that over there's got to be done before this back here can happen. And it's all interwoven. And you got to keep it all straight. And I'm like, fuck, that's a lot of work. I wouldn't want that on a bet. Because it would be awesome to be a god until you find out what's involved. Then it's like, wait a minute, I got to keep this straight with this, and I got to make sure this happens before that happens, and I got to make sure this goes off before that goes off, or calamity will occur. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work being a deity. It's not just, it's not just sitting around twiddling your thumbs, It's a lot of work. And it's like, man, I don't know if I want that on a bet, But in any event, this is the I was right magnum opus. No question about it. Because we're literally going all the way back to 2001, for fuck's sake. And the gods are literally showing that I was right by having the FBI release this information. And so I've been 100% vindicated, folks. This is now I know some of the younger folks will be like, they're not really getting this, and they don't realize just how fucking awesome this is and how monumental this is. They don't understand, when I call it a magnum opus, they don't understand. But, do a little research on your own, maybe, figure it out. You'll figure it out eventually. You'll get it eventually. But yeah, this is the magnum opus of I Was Right videos. No question about it, because I was right that it was the government and Saudi Arabia. And in fact, I think one of my videos, I said, why are we bombing Saudi Arabia? They're the ones that did the shit. But instead, we went after Saudi Arabia's enemies. Now, why? Because Bush and Saudi Arabia were tied. The Saudi family and the Bush family were friends, literally friends. And, well, we got to protect our friends, right? So they went after all the enemies of Saudi Arabia instead of going after the real perpetrator, which was Saudi Arabia. But that's okay. Everything has its timing. But hopefully this information, first of all, will cause a whole bunch of people to apologize to me for laughing at me all these years, because I was right. All these years, I was right about 9/11, 100% right. And so hopefully it will cause people to do an about face that laughed at me all those years ago. But also, too, hopefully it brings closure to the 3,000 people that lost their lives. And, and I don't know, was there any 9/11 families that may have thought I was full of shit? Hopefully not. But, now I was not full of shit. I was telling them 100% truth. So there we are. And now here we are, 20 years later. The gods have absolutely vindicated me in every respect. And there's more coming, okay? This is the magnum opus. This is the one that it didn't really start at all, but it was pretty significant. And, well, I don't know. Let's see. Did 9/11 start? Maybe 9/11 was the one thing I started at. See, I went to YouTube. I didn't start my YouTube channel until 2006, but I think I was in YouTube, hanging around, lurking on YouTube in 2004 and 2005 before I actually made my account in 2006. So, it's interesting.
Remember, folks.
Yeah, here we are, the magnum opus.
Vaughn is a time traveler, so it's the shit abyss. Of course, YouTube didn't exist. None of this was possible, but I digress.
Of I Was Right videos. And the gods did exactly what they said they would do. We will use the liberal media to prove you right. And they did. Two of them, CNN and CBS. Chris Cuomo's on CNN, remember? Okay, so Chris Cuomo's CNN talking about a video released by CBS News, 60 Minutes, where they go over it with a fine-tooth comb. 60 minutes is pretty thorough. And here we are, folks. And that's 30 minutes on the money. We'll get it right on the money, Vaughn. Okay. Well, 29:17. Anyways, but yeah, so here we are. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. The gods I serve are real. I've said this before, and y'all didn't listen. Hopefully you're listening now. The gods I serve are real. And if they say a thing, it happens. That's the way it is, bro. And you can sit there and say that I'm worshiping demons all you want, but the gods said that if I ever start down a dark path, they'll disown my ass. We're going to disown you if you start down a dark path. So no, I am not worshiping demons, you stupid Christian. That was Christians that said that shit. Oh, he's worshiping demons. Well, see, that's how Christians are. That's why Christianity is so fucking stupid. You think that everything's a goddamn demon. Pull your head out of your ass. Not everything is demonic. Okay? Besides, Christianity is a life from ancient Rome any fucking way. You're actually serving Moloch. Did you know that? Well, who's Moloch? Moloch is a demon god from ancient Sumer that believes in drinking blood, bloodletting, and baby sacrifice. Is that what you know? Haven't you ever sat back and thought, now wait a minute, America is supposedly under the control of the Christian God. So why in the hell are we constantly having missing children? Because remember the milk cartons with the child's face on there? Hey, I'm missing, remember that shit? It's interesting. Years and years and years, going way back to even when I was a young boy. Here's a missing child on the back of a milk carton. Children going missing by the thousands in this country every year. Why? Because the Christian God and the Jewish God, is not who you think he is. He's Moloch. And he loves child sacrifice. And they worship his ass at Bohemian Grove, California. You understand? Get it up here. Oh, and by the way, that's going to be proven 100% accurate too. It already has technically, but some people's thick-headed, but it'll get to you. Don't worry. But you're going to be shown, just like I told you in my videos years ago. You're going to be shown that Christianity, Judaism, and Islam are fake as a $3 fucking bill. They're fake. They're not real. They're a product of ancient Rome. Get it up here. They're not real. I was an evangelical for 20 years, a street preacher. And archaeology has this wonderful thing about telling you the truth until you get it. and archaeology, combined with with the fact that I'm a historian as well, that was, it was a 1-2 punch. Because the historian in me finds out, oh, hey, Napoleon did something you and I can never do. He actually went down into the fucking Vatican vaults to see for himself. And when he comes out, he's white as a sheet. And he says, guys, who were Christians, by the way, guys, everything we believe is a fucking lie. Now, I'm putting in modern vernacular. He was a lot more modest back then and a lot more honorable back then. But I'm putting it in modern vernacular. Everything you believe is a fucking lie. And then we get our William Casey boy. He comes up, William Casey comes up. Let me throw that shit up there. William Casey comes along and says, we'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false. William Casey, CIA director for the first staff meeting, 1981. Okay? All right, people? They say, well, Vaughn, what in the fuck happened? How are you getting all your shit working again? Well, it's funny. I go on to StreamYards this morning, and it says, hey, how about a free month of StreamYard? I'm like, what? Here, how about a free month of StreamYard? I'm like, oh. So I clicked on it, and here I am. I got my premium back. Isn't that amazing? John kept saying, I'm going to get premium. I'm going to get premium. I'm going to get premium. He never got it. And so I guess StreamYard said, okay, this guy's dragging ass. We'll just give him a month free or let him try it for free or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. But I've got all my shit back. And here we are. Now, this is only a month, but, at least I get to do my magnum opus the way it needs to be done, the way it's intended to be done. And the gods had a hand in that too, I guarantee. I guarantee they did. Did you know StreamYards is $49 a month, though? Damn. That's pretty steep. But, oh well. You need to maybe lower that after Biden inflation goes away. But anyways, so yeah, 100% vindicated all the way back to 2001, boys and girls. The gods I serve are real. And they said, we'll use the leftist media to prove you right. And like I said, they ain't one fucking troll can deny this because my videos are out there for everybody to see. I got them on BitChute from and the ones that they got took down from YouTube, which they have copies of, by the way. Supposedly, the trolls have all my old videos stored away somewhere. Isn't that interesting? Gee, I wonder why. If I'm such a fucking liar, why did you save all my videos? Huh? Why'd you save all my videos if I'm a fucking liar? Because they knew I wasn't lying. They knew I wasn't. They had to get me off. They had to shut me down because I exposed their butt buddy, their fucking crunch muncher, Lord Obama, who they worship as a fucking messiah. Isn't that true? Trolls and haters. Yes, it is. And I exposed him as a non-American and a CIA asset, and they didn't like that shit, and so they come after me. Possibly paid by the Obama administration themselves. And then even worse, when I exposed Obama's plan to repeal the Second Amendment to the Constitution. Folks, if you knew how close Obama came to getting rid of your guns, if you only knew. I mean, it was literally that close. And if they had succeeded in getting our guns taken away, the tyranny in this country would have been off the fucking charts. Off the charts. But here we are. The I was right magnum opus. What I was right. Let's see. Verify. I was right 106. Yeah, I was right 106. So the magnum opus, man, all the way back to 9/11. I can't say officially that it was the one that started everything, but pretty damn close. Man, oh man. Beautiful in its simplicity, boys and girls.
Didn't the gods tell him it was like 29 minutes and 17 seconds, like how many minutes ago? And look, it still rambles on. You know what? I think we get the gist of this. Let's do a little of this, a little bit of this. Let's catch up to some live Von Helton from earlier. I saw the first little bit of it. They were discussing whether or not this is actually Julian Assange. Apparently he's been released or something. But let's start from the beginning. There's some racist stuff. Just, trigger warning.
Living, loving life, rock and roll, and WikiLeaks, and it turns out that everything that they had on the Democrats, Hillary, Biden, Obama, you name it, is now gone from the website, deleted.
Right.
So people are speculating that he gave in to the Obama, the Biden. Well, I say Obama administration. Yeah, let's who's running Biden. The Biden administration, the terms and conditions, seems like people are speculating that he had to delete everything on the Democrats.
Yep, he had to delete everything, and he had to plead guilty in a court of law, and that's exactly what he did. He went and pled guilty in a court of law, and he deleted all of his information on the Democrat Party. And he had everything. He had dirt on the Clintons. He had dirt on Obama. He had dirt on everything. That's okay, though, because other people have backups.
That's what I was saying. I was saying, please, for the love of the God, for freedom of religion, for Von's friends, please I hope you have a couple of SATA drives up there in outer
There's
space. For a couple of
backups. I assure you, there's backup. I mean, fuck me. They're not going to get rid of me. And I know Obama's a CIA asset. I know he's a non-American. He came over here. He not only come over here on a student loan visa, folks. He came over here on a failed student loan visa. His student loan visa was literally expired. And he came over anyway, and they let him in. And it's like, why? Why did they do that? I'll tell you why they did it. Because he's a CIA asset. And he said he was sitting in a DC office, stuffing envelopes, waiting his time until they're ready to use him to take over the United States and completely and utterly destroy it. And that's exactly the plan. And Obama himself called America the Great Satan. Okay,
that's correct.
A lot of Muslims do that. A lot of Muslims call us the Great Satan, which is another thing we got to deal with. But anyway, the point is that you know, he was a CIA asset. He came over here on a failed student loan visa. His real name isn't even Barack Hussein Obama, which means everything he signed legally is null and void.
Barry Santoro.
His real name is Barry Santoro. That's right. So every document he signed as Barack Hussein Obama is totally illegal. It's
and not only that, his whole family are CIA assets. His father, Barry Santoro Sr., was out there in Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines running drugs for the CIA. That's how he made his. They're literally drug lords. That's a drug lord, and his wife's a whore that spreads the legs for all these big time hot shots.
I gotta get you.
That's basically Got to get yourself Mountain Dew. So that's basically where they come from. So his father's a drug lord, a scumbag, piece of shit. His mother's a 2-bit whore, and he's a fucking mutt. A mulatto fucking mutt, fucking nasty some bitch, and I can't believe they let that guy. I mean, well, yeah, of course. I mean, he's a part of the CIA. You didn't think CIA gives a shit about this country? Obviously not. Vaughn took off on me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
You lose weight. So why has this man got a gut? And why has this man got a gut? Why is he not sickly? Why is he, where do all his health problems go?
He should at least look disheveled. He should look disheveled.
He should look disheveled.
As we say in Yiddish, shaget, he should look like he's out of whack. You know what I mean?
Normal people, when they are liberated, they act a certain way. Right. Okay.
He looked like he should be someone in Auschwitz being liberated. That's what he should look like.
Imagine somebody in Auschwitz being liberated. Okay, go look how they react when they're set free, and then go look at Julian Assange and how he acts when he's set free. They're not the same. They're not the same. When you're set free after being in bondage for years and years and years, you have there's a certain way that every human being acts when that's done to them, when they're finally liberated. Julian Assange didn't even act like he was liberated at all. He didn't even act. I mean, did you see the man crying? Did you see the man, crying with joy? You know what I mean? Crying with tears of joy. Did you see the man, exuberant? Did you see him, a big grin on his face, for being liberated? No, you didn't. Now in the car, he's sitting there talking to these people and he's got a slight smile. But I mean, when somebody is set free after being in years of bondage, especially illegal bondage, because I mean, they jailed him illegally. He has every right to speak out. He has every right to voice his opinion, just like everybody else does. But they jailed him illegally. He's been in bondage. He's been in hiding. And when you're set free of that, you got this big shit-eating grin on your face that will not come off. He didn't have that, though, did he? No, he didn't act like somebody who had just been liberated from years of torture and abuse. Because a person that's liberated from torture and abuse, they're going to have this big shit-eating grin all over their face. I'm free, I'm finally fucking, I mean, he didn't act like that, though, did he? No. It's just, in fact, he acted like it was another fucking day at work. He gets off the plane. He comes strolling down the plane one step at a time. No emotion. And I'm like, where's the emotion? Where's the release? Where's the I'm free, fuckers? Where is it? It's not there. Now you say, well, Vaughn, he's got that British stiff upper lip, and the Brits, they got a pride, and all this, and okay, I understand that, but any human being is going to be going apeshit when they're set free, really set free. That's human nature. Okay, so he's defying human nature, or it's not really him. Not really him. Notice the face, especially all what looks like Botox. Would you two quit arguing and fussing and fighting? What's the matter with you guys lately? Get your ass up there. Get here. Get up. Okay, I'll hold you. How about that? Lord have mercy. I don't know what these boys are constantly arguing anymore. It's old age is what it is. They're senile. They're getting senile, I guess. They're just just fighting and fussing and arguing. Yes, that's your mommy's collar. Yes, that's your mommy's collar. I'll never get rid of your mommy's collar. It'll always be there. It's there for a reason. Anyways, but yeah, he had absolutely no actions to indicate somebody that had just been liberated from years of terror. Oh, good, John. Hot dog.
I remember the sauerkraut. I always forget sauerkraut.
You remember the sauerkraut. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, I have to believe with every ounce of my fiber that Julian Assange didn't capitulate.
I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a hot dog. Everybody party. I'm a hot dog. Fun on a bike. Everybody party! Look at me! 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 I'm a hot dog!
I can't live like that.
Like I said, I just saw an article in passing while I was on the internet saying that he had to go to court. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought he was free. Because I saw an article saying he's landing in his home country or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
and
Australia.
then I'm cruising the net and I said, no, he didn't land in his home country. He had to stop in another country and admit to guilt in a court of law. So I'm like, what the fuck? What's this mixed signal shit going on? And it's like, and then plus,
there are
like
people there are people out there pressuring Donald Trump to give him a full pardon, so that it'd be a sponge from his record that he didn't have to actually capitulate. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. This.
Well, and another thing, why would anybody that's been tortured and put in captivity ever admit to shit they didn't do? Oh, wait, you don't.
And he knows how evil. I mean, I know you don't like to be. I know you don't like people calling America the Great Satan, but he experienced the full farce of the Empire. Let's just use a Star Wars reference there. He felt the full force of the Empire. Yeah. Right. He felt Darth Vader choking him with the death grip, and then he's seen those videos, and then he exposed all the things about Obama, and then he's gonna admit that he's in the wrong. Come on. So
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
There's something going on.
Just like I said on True Social, keep your head on a swivel, folks. There's something bad wrong with this. It smells to high heaven. Something is bad wrong with this whole Julian Assange release thing. And like I said, who gains weight when you're in solitary? You don't gain weight, you lose weight. You come out skinny as a rail. I mean, he was on bread and water, folks. How the fuck did he gain all that weight? Think, use your brain. You don't gain weight in solitary confinement. You lose weight. You come out skinny as a rail. But like I said, the big tell is all the Botox look on his face.
He looks all fucked up. Yeah, he does look all fucked. I don't know if it's Botox, but he does look fucked up.
It looks like his face is a fucking balloon. Where's all the wrinkles? Where's the crease lines, the laugh lines, the eagle lines around the eyes? Where's the bags under the eyes from being in solitary for years? Where are they at? Go look at his face, folks. It looks like a fucking balloon. It literally looks like a fucking balloon. Something is not right. Something is
They were
wrong.
saying that he was having some really deep psychological problems. His family was saying that. The family was saying he was being tortured in prison. He wasn't being fed. He was sick. He had heart problems. He had mental issues. He was going psychotic. He couldn't deal with what do they call it when they put you in a room by yourself?
Psychosis?
Solitary confinement, whatever it's called. The family was saying, look, he's really knocking on heaven's door, and then he comes out, and you're like, he looks like he's like, I don't know, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Simmons says, hey guys, I can't wait to watch the debate with you guys tomorrow. Yeah, that's another thing. They're saying that Biden had to take a week off from being the president of the United States and the debate. Now, you would think that if you're the president of the United States, you wouldn't have to study for debate because you know everything. You're the president.
Well, wait a minute.
You're there 24/7. You should already know all the answers, but yet he has to study. No, he's in Camp David being pumped full of chemicals so that he can keep going for another couple of days.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, first of all, as president of the United States, there is no such thing as a vacation. You're a president 24/7. I mean,
I watched CNN today, and they said, well, who was it? It was the black press secretary. She goes, well, the president needs time off to study. He needs a vacation. That's literally her word verbatim. He needs time off to study. He needs
to study what?
Exactly. What is the muttonhead studying? No, what they got him in out there in Camp David in probably a fucking iron lung, pumping him full of chemicals.
Yeah.
To keep him going for a couple more days. That's what's probably going on.
Guaranteed they are. Let me go get my dinner out of the microwave.
Yeah, you get good dinner. I had some hot dogs by the John. I'm so happy that I remember the sauerkraut. I love kraut, man. The best thing Germans ever invented was sauerkraut. Well, I don't know if it was invented by. Oh yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, banquet rib dinner. And a
white tray.
Von Helton's dinner literally looks like diarrhea. I want to put that back. Oh, he's just sitting down. Where was it? I don't want to go back too far. Did I miss it? I don't want to waste too much time on it.
Surprised someone didn't say that's racist. Some liberal buying a dinner and they said, why is the tray white? That's racist.
Oh, everything's racist now, man. Like, my God. Listen to a certain style of music, you're racist.
Mm-hmm. No.
Walk down the sidewalk a certain way, you're racist.
I love sauerkraut so much, and
well, coming up, you're going to call Bill Gates' granddaughter a, quote, coal burner because she goes out with a black guy. I think was going out with a black guy. I think that's pretty racist. Anyway, let's put it up a little bit here, folks.
The Bavarians made...
The Swiss are known for clocks, the Dutch are known for their cheese, and Germans are known for their sauerkraut, right?
And we made all the shit and made it better, so fuck them. They may have come up with it, but we've improved upon it, man. And you can't beat a German cuckoo clock. I mean, come on, you just can't. I wished I still had my cuckoo clock from when I was a little boy. First of all, it'd be worth a fortune today, but second of all, it'd still be working because they built shit to last back then. You couldn't hardly tear the shit up.
I remember back in our home, back in Maryland, my father inherited his house from his grandmother. And I remember in the living room, they had a beautiful, it was like a 7-foot clock.
Yeah, grandfather clock, right.
Cook, 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 and it made noise every hour. Like if it was 1 o'clock, it made one noise. If it was 2 o'clock, it made two noises. If it was 3 o'clock, it made three noises. And you knew just by the sound, what time it was. If it made 4 sounds at 4 o'clock, if it made 5 sounds at 5 o'clock. And
Now watch just how amazed J-Dubs is at this concept. Like it's something he stumbled on or something. Watch.
this is how genius it was. Oh, okay, I don't have to actually look at the clock. I can just listen and know the time.
And he'll proceed to continue to explain it, folks.
And it was so beautiful with the glass in the front and the design, and it was like real wood and everything. I could imagine what that would be like today, what the price of that would be. It would probably be like $100,000. I would have to say.
They're not cheap. Grandfather clocks are not cheap. They're not cheap.
But unfortunately, my father was, was a loser, and he gave everything away. Well, he didn't give it away. He drank it away. He drank us under the table, and then one day we woke up and everything was gone because that's how bad it was. Unfortunately, people make their own bed and they sleep in it.
Hey, buddy.
It is what it is. I mean, I can't miss something that I never had. I technically it wasn't mine, so I can't really miss it, right? So, whatever. It is what it is. Now I have my own family. I got my own wife. I got my own house. I make my own future. So
this is why I'm such a big proponent against alcohol, because alcohol destroys people's lives.
It really does. Yeah,
it does.
Drugs and alcohol, both.
Drugs and alcohol, yeah.
And I know you're big against alcohol. I'm big against drugs. People give me shit all the time. I get hate mail. John, you're so against drugs. Why? It's legal now. Everyone does drugs. Well, if everyone's jumping off the bridge, doesn't mean it's good. Come on, guys. Just because everyone's doing it, that's not an excuse.
Just for the record, no one's sending him emails having this discussion. I refuse to believe that.
No, I mean, you can clearly see how society's going since the last 100 years. Drugs didn't make things better. Look at Philadelphia. It's videos all the time with drug addicts in the streets, laying in the streets on drugs, fentanyl. The Chinese are bringing in fentanyl, killing Americans, and no one's doing anything about it. Fentanyl. What they're saying is that fentanyl can manipulate any other drug and make it 10 times more potent. So what they do is they lace all these other drugs with fentanyl, uppers, downers, painkillers. They put like 10% of fentanyl in it, and it makes it like uber powerful, and people get hooked on it, and then they die quicker. So people take their Vicodin and their OxyContin thinking, oh, I'm getting really good Oxy, but you're really getting lace shit from China, and you're being poisoned and you're dying, and that's and no one's doing it, and our government doesn't care. So you can say, John, you're being too hardcore. No, I'm not. Innocent people are dying, and no one cares.
I had a friend of mine.
I'll be right back. I'm getting a phone call. I want to answer it. I'll be right back.
All right. I had a friend of mine. We'll call him Mike. And he was a dear friend of mine. And I went over to his house one day. And everything was fine. Everything was normal. And then all of a sudden, he collapsed. And so I grabbed a hold of him. And I'm sitting there holding on to him, saying, are you all right? Are you okay? And, he's being unresponsive. So I get on the phone and I call the ambulance out to his house. And he died in my arms. And there was nothing that I could do to save the man. Because people have asked me every now and then, well, why are you so vehemently against drugs? Well, there you go. There was nothing I could do to save his life. The drug that he had imbibed was heroin. And if you know anything about heroin, it's extremely powerful. And they killed him dead, buddy. And there wasn't a damn thing I could do about it. All that training I had growing up in my mom's nursing homes, and all the additional reading and training that I had done, Red Cross, Blue Cross, Green Cross, all of them, I couldn't do nothing. There was nothing I could do. And that had a very profound impact on me. Not just the drugs, but the people responsible behind the drugs. And you could say that was one of the key factors in making me who I am and who I later became.
Imsori Wilson has just donated $2. Hey J-Dubs, as the resident recovering functional alcoholic, explain to me why you think it's completely normal and healthy to down a handle of Fireball and Jameson in a day.
That's a very good question, folks, and I appreciate that, but we are on the cusp here. You are getting a little bit of Von lore of what made him. This is the beginning of his Punisher story. This is iconic. So thank you very much, Wilson. I do appreciate that, folks. I appreciate you all being here. Please give it a thumbs up if you don't mind, and all the things you'll learn, folks.
And now we're at a place, and the boys are in there arguing again, but now we're at a place where I have changed my position slightly. Not my position on drugs and alcohol, but I have changed my position slightly, since obviously with lymphedema in my feet and legs and a bad back and a bad hip, I'm not going to be out there doing what I do. So I had to change my tactics. I had to go in a different direction, which, one could say, hey, that was the direction the gods wanted you to go into all along, probably. Well, that's probably true. That's probably true. So I hung up my guns and I replaced it with a cloak and the cloak of levitation. And, and so here I go. I'm still fighting a good fight. I just do it in a different way now. And it's actually better now. Because now I derive great enjoyment watching these assholes with their weather machines getting totally owned by me. That is such a wonderful fucking feeling. You have no idea. Oh, we'll start tornadoes in Wisconsin, and we'll start tornadoes in Florida, and we'll start tornadoes in Montana. He can't be in 3 states at once. You're right. I'm one man. I can't be in 3 states at once. That's absolutely true. So what I done was I called upon the winds of the gods of creation to literally sweep the whole country clean of tornadoes. And even the Weather Channel was amazed. They said, wow, that's the fastest moving tornadoes we've ever seen. The winds literally pushed all them tornadoes just straight out into the Eastern Sea, into the Atlantic. All of them. The whole countryside. Because they tornadoes here, tornadoes there, tornadoes everywhere. They were everywhere. The idea being, well, I'm one man, so I can't tackle them all at once. Well, they were wrong, because I did. I literally swept them right out into the Atlantic Ocean. Every damn one of them. Now, a tornado is not a hurricane. It's a land-based entity. And so once it hits the land, it's pretty much done at that point. But yeah, so it takes me great pleasure to watch these guys, do their plotting and shit. And my boys is arguing. Quit arguing, you guys. Anyway. A little bit, hopefully. All right, anyways, yeah. So, so now I'm on a different tactic now, ain't I? But in my capacity now, I'm able to cover a much wider area, and I'm able to do even more good for America than I was before. And so that's the plan. So that's where we're at. Have you noticed we haven't had no 20 hurricanes so far? It was getting so bad. Hurricane after hurricane after hurricane after hurricane. And I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be normal. And it wasn't. It was all done with weather weapons. Done with weather weapons, guys. It's not normal. But the YouTube trolls were having a field day. Oh, he doesn't destroy these hurricanes. And so the guys are like, okay, watch this. And they watched as these entities, whoever these people are that are making these hurricanes, they watched them literally create a hurricane and head towards Vietnam, towards my girlfriends in Vietnam. But that shut the trolls up real fast.
I love how these trolls run their mouths real nice, and you can't break a hurricane, man. These trolls can't break. You think these trolls can break up a hurricane?
No.
The only thing these fucking fat fucking trolls on the internet can break is the goddamn chair that it's sitting on. That's the only thing they can break. The only thing they can break is the goddamn ice cream cake.
But what got them though, is when these people, whoever's running these weather weapons, what got them was when they sent hurricane to my girlfriends over in Vietnam and tried to kill them. That shut them up real quick. Because they didn't have no excuse for that. A rogue hurricane out of fucking nowhere starts heading straight for Vietnam. Yeah, come on. All right, so they got totally owned, and the gods, I guess, allowed it to happen to own the trolls. And then, of course, they sent me to bust it up, which I did. But no, it was just, it was done. It was allowed to happen, rather, to show that, yeah, I'm legit. I'm not. This is make believe. This isn't in my imagination. This isn't just, some fanciful story.
No.
And so, when they saw that hurricane going towards Vietnam to wipe out my girlfriends, that's what done it right then and there, because they didn't have no excuse then. Ain't got no excuse then. I mean, it was right there live on the Weather Channel. I mean, there's no way to ignore it, no way to spin it. And I'm and it totally caught them by surprise, and that was the point. It's like, hey, holy shit, they're trying to kill his girlfriends now by sending a hurricane over there too. Yeah, I mean, that one hurricane, I forget which one it was now. There's been so damn many, but there was one hurricane, and the plot, the tracking for that hurricane literally went right up into my major city that I'm in, that I'm next to, rather. I'm not in a major city, but I'm next to one. And the tracking for that hurricane came all the way up to Kentucky to get my happy ass. And I had to stop it. I had to bust it up. And they were going to use that to get me. They really were. And I saw that track. I'm like, yeah, there's no question about that. Hurricanes, when they come inland, they usually don't last very long because they're water based. And I thought how unusual it was for these hurricanes to keep going long after they've been inland. Because usually once they get inland, they start petering out because they're water based. Now, tornadoes are land based. And a lot of times a hurricane, the energy
power behind it kind of like trickles out. Yeah.
Now hurricanes will spawn tornadoes, literally give birth to tornadoes, and then the tornadoes go on But very rarely have I seen a hurricane being tracked or being plotted to go all the way into Kentucky, which is deep inland for a hurricane. That wasn't a coincidence.
That's why hurricanes don't make it that far inland, folks. You can thank Von Helden.
Yeah, this is this picture of him. I gotta be honest with you, Von. You're on point, man. When you're on point, you're on point. I mean, take a look at this picture, people. I mean, does that look like Julian Assange to you? That's an interesting looking picture. I don't know.
Oh, he finally smiled?
What's wrong with the teeth? I don't know.
He finally smiled, huh?
He finally smiled, yeah.
You know, a lot of people, and this is no lie, a lot of people, they get off the plane and they bend down and kiss the ground. Not Julian Assange. No jovial facial expressions when he's on the plane getting released, when he gets off the plane. Now they're being jovial, but that was hours after he had been set free, I reckon. It's like, what the hell? Something is not right. That don't look like him. Let me try and get a picture of Julian Assange before all this shit happened.
Oh.
We're going to compare him because that's not him. I don't think it's him. It doesn't look like him. Okay, what the fuck just happened? Whatever. Okay. All right. Here's let's see. Well, host talk show on version TV. Okay. All right, save that image.
Bill Gates' daughter dating Paul McCarthy's grandson. That's interesting. Bill Gates' 21-year-old daughter Phoebe confirms that she's dating Paul McCarthy's grandson, Arthur Donald, 25, as couple goes public. Well, that's interesting.
It is. It is.
Wow,
indeed.
that's the daughter of Bill Gates. She looks nothing like Bill or the wife, Melinda. She looks like she's like Spanish or something, or Italian. I don't know. Now the son kind of looks like Paul McCarthy a little bit there. He looks like a little bit like that. Okay, I guess she used to date a Negro, I guess, back then. Oh, she goes out a lot of men, huh? She's a little whore, huh? Bill Gates' daughter. She likes to burn coal, too, huh? She's a coal burner. That's what the kids call it when the white girl is going to town with the black dude. They call it coal burning. So we got a picture from me for Julian Assange.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, he don't look too good. I don't know. I have to believe that there's something fishy that going on. I can't believe.
Well, I'm gonna put it in Paint Shop Pro, and we're gonna make some.
He knows damn well that the Obama administration. Is goddamn evil. He knows Biden is up to no good. He knows Hillary was no good. I can't imagine he capitulated to these people. They got him brain. They got into his brain. That's what they did. They scanned his brain. They have the technology to scan your thoughts. They probably sliced open his brain, copied his brain onto a hard drive, and then had an AI fucking dissect all the information on the hard drive. And then they dumped it in the river and fed him to fish. That's what probably happened. And then they brought out a clone, and they said, "Go out and play your role. Go out and act like you're a real deal." I can't imagine. I can't believe, man. I can't believe. Next thing you're gonna tell me, Edward Snowden made a plea deal with the Biden administration. You know.
Why would a man who's completely innocent and has done nothing wrong admit to guilt to something? Why?
And quite literally, Julian Assange did nothing. All he did was run a website, and
That's all he
people
done.
brought him the information.
Right.
People were telling him to do. He didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't do
He
shit.
didn't say anything bad.
He just ran a website.
He
That's
just
all he
ran
done.
a website.
That's all he done.
You know. But that's the way they do
Oh,
it.
wait,
We don't
wait.
have no freedom in this country anymore.
But Vaughn, by that logic, you can't go after Encyclopedia Dramatica anymore, because they're just a website that just hosted other people's information.
Well, technically he's not American, so.
Why
But
can't I get a,
you know,
why can't I get a picture?
it's still. I mean, it goes without saying. The freedoms are slowly dying, slowly fading away. You know, when I'm dead and gone, and Vaughn's dead and gone, and our grandkids are around, I can just imagine the world that they're living in. I can't imagine it. It's going to be bad unless something changes. Unless that destroyer comes, or Sammy's Messiah comes, or the fucking UFOs above Vaughn fucking start fucking swinging their dick around and start doing something. The future ain't too bright, ladies and gentlemen. 1984 is going to be too much of a reality here soon.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. Let me see here.
I thought this was kind of cute. I'm going to talk about this for a second. I showed this off the other day. I think Nick Valente sometimes he has really good points. Once in a while, he put out a Twitter post, X post that I can kind of get along with. We got 3 people running for president. Actually, we got a couple of more, but the other dum-dums don't really count. Cornel West, he hates white people, wants to burn down America. You have Jill Stein, who's a communist Jew who wants to destroy America. I mean, so that other than these 3 dum-dums, those are the other 2. But look at this: Joe Biden, pro-Israel, pro-immigration; Donald Trump, pro-Israel, pro-immigration; Robert F. Kennedy Jr., pro-Israel, pro-immigration.
Yeah, they're all sellouts.
They're all sellouts. There's literally no one who's American first. There's no one.
No.
Even Donald Trump, who shouts "Mega, make America great again." Even Trump is not. He's on video. I just saw him the other day talking to people. Oh, I love immigration. If you have a doctor's degree from another country, you should get an automatic visa to the United States and
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, okay, I guess that's better than drug dealers, but fuck. I mean, you're gonna let everyone come here. You're gonna let everyone pour in the country. There ain't gonna be room for anyone left. We're gonna turn into fucking India.
Yeah, don't listen to his rhetoric. Listen to what he actually says when he's not behind a podium, and you get a whole different Donald Trump. Trust me, you get a whole different.
He put on a good show. I'll give him that. He puts on a good show.
Yeah, awesome show.
I like the Trump rallies. He's funny. He's a comedian.
Yeah, the Trump rallies are great.
But you're right. When he's talking to you behind the scenes, man, it's like, I don't know.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right with that boy.
Nope.
And all, yes, it is officially crossed the threshold of Eastern Standard Time. It is now midnight. It is officially my birthday. This my 29th. I want to thank you all for joining me once again.
Let's see here. Where we at? I gotta find that picture. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Okay, I got this picture. All right, and we got this one. Okay, we're gonna make us a little comparison here. From, now, I know people's going to say, well, these pictures are from years ago, right? But your visage does not change simply because it was years ago. Okay, it doesn't change just because you're years ago, and something is clearly not right. Let me see here. Okay, let me bring this up and let me go here and go here. And let's bring this up. There we go. Okay, there's one. And there's one. And
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's
He
him.
looks a little.
The nose is different. Isn't the nose different?
He's got a big fat Todd Mallicoat nose.
Yeah, he's got a
Like,
he's got a
like
fatter
a hit
nose.
with a book or something.
He's got a fatter nose, and his eyes.
He don't look like he's like. Isn't he like Swedish or something? National? What's his ethnicity? He's like Norwegian or Swedish or something.
I'm not sure. I'm not
But
sure.
in that picture on the left, man, he looks like he's like malformed in a way. I don't know how to put it. He looks. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say either, but I don't think that's him because the nose doesn't seem right to me, and the ears seem lower.
I don't think it's him because it looks like exactly like him, but older than these like ancient photos that I'm using. Even the hair parts on the right side, and the eyes are the same, and the lips are the same, and it's just him with a little bit more weight because he's older. But then they're going to argue that if you're old, you should be skinny like a skeleton. I don't know.
Don't the ears seem lower to you? The ears seem lower for some reason. Now, granted, that's not a
He's
very
got
good picture.
cheekbone. I see he's got fat. He's got more of like pointy cheekbones now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because here
notice
it's
that?
a nice smooth curvature, and here it's a nice smooth curvature, and then you come down here and it's kind of more of an angle.
And then look on the top with the cheekbone with meets the nose. Look at his upper cheek, left cheek. Look at that. Puffs out, sticks out.
Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, it's not. Like I said, it looked like he had Botox injections.
It does look like he has Botox.
So why? Why would?
That's a good way of putting it. It's Botox. Yeah, that's what it is. That's Botox. Something's
It looks like
going on.
Botox.
He had surgery. So this guy is fresh out of surgery, coming out to supposedly cosplay as Julian Assange.
He's coming out
Maybe they got
cosplaying
the
as
guy
Julian
that doesn't
Assange.
quite look like him, and the guy is like, oh, the CIA guy is like, oh, well, maybe we pump him full of Botox.
If
Maybe
you pump him
puffs
full of
out.
Botox, nobody will notice. Right.
Oh, yeah, these people don't think right. These people are dumber than dog shit. CIA people, you think they're smart, but they're not. They're dumb. These people are dumb. But the sad thing about it is Americans are dumb too. So they put this young Tultutis out there saying, hey, go play as cosplay, go play as Julian Assange for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And, this news story will fade away. We'll eventually forget about it.
Well, see, now that he's admitted to guilt, supposedly, then that ends it. That appeases the Biden administration, apparently. We got Julian Assange to admit to guilt. Yeah, but what if that ain't Julian Assange? That Julian Assange. I'm sorry. I cannot believe that Julian Assange. Okay, look, you're getting tortured for years. You're hiding away in foreign countries for years.
Yeah.
To keep from admitting you're guilty of anything. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, out of nowhere, you admit to being guilty of shit you didn't even do? After spending all those years hiding out in foreign countries and escaping the law, and then the law finally gets you and throws you in solitary, where you should come out skinny as a rail, by the way. And nothing makes sense here. But now that does not look like the same guy to me. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not the amazing Kreskin and shit, but it doesn't look. It looks like he's been replaced. They pumped his face full of Botox, so that nobody will notice. Well, I noticed. I noticed. But yeah, the eyes don't seem right. The nose definitely doesn't seem right. The ears look like they're lower on the head, perhaps. Then especially
it
this
looks like
one here.
he has on the right in the middle photo. It looks like he has detached earlobes.
Yeah,
And the
detached
picture on the
earlobes.
left, it looks like he has connected
He
earlobes.
has connected earlobes. Very good. All right, very good. And so, you know, like I said, now they did get the hair part right at
Yeah,
least.
I was going to say the part in his ear, and it kind of goes up a little bit, like he's like got a receding hairline over here.
Right, right.
It does look like that's kind of okay. I guess
They got
kinda,
that part
sorta.
right. Yeah, they got that part right. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't seem right. Something doesn't seem right. And like I said, his actions were not congruent with somebody who's been released from years of torture. And then he has to, and after being tortured, he has to admit to guilt. I'd say no, fuck. I ain't admitting to shit.
Yeah, it's something ain't right.
Something is definitely not right. It ain't. It can't be. But now I'm not sure that's him. They found somebody that looks a lot like him. I ain't admitting to shit.
Whoops. Don't try to make sense of it, folks. It's the shit abyss. You're gonna hear lots of crazy shit.
Yeah, it's something. I'll give them credit. They did it.
I mean, nobody does. Nobody gains weight in solitary confinement. Unless they was feeding him, you know, filet mignon every fucking day or some shit, which I seriously doubt it.
See, here's the thing. Vaughn seems to think because this guy was being held up or whatever, like, you know, hiding out, that he was in, quote, solitary confinement, like prison. No, that he was avoiding prison, Vaughn. He was... Oh, you idiot.
I mean, you know, you don't gain weight in solitary, folks. You don't. You lose weight. Okay, something is not right. They've replaced him. Got this crisis actor to admit to guilt, so that the Biden administration will be appeased and everybody will be appeased, and you know, and then he goes back and he carries on as if he's the real Julian Assange, and you know, he's got Julian's ID and he's got Julian's passwords, and you know, he's got all that information. So, you know, he'll make a passable Julian Assange, I reckon. But see, if is his wife still around? Is his wife still around?
I'm not positive on that.
Because if his wife is still around, she'll know the difference. She'll know the difference. Especially if him and his wife have been together for years and years and years, she'll know the difference. Unless she's been paid off, or unless she too has been replaced, which sometimes they do. Sometimes they replace the whole damn thing. But it should be interesting to see what happens.
Because, I want to see what happens next. Yeah, well, let's see what goes on.
Yeah, because what's going to happen next? Is he going to shut down WikiLeaks? Probably, because that's what a clone would do, a doppelganger would do. Now that he's got the passwords and passcodes and all that information, he'll just go shut down WikiLeaks, and that'll be the end of that. Unless he turned it over to somebody and they changed all the passwords and changed all the indoors and outdoors and back doors, he'll just go and shut down WikiLeaks, and that's the end of that. But we'll see. I'm curious to see what happens next, because I don't think this is over. I don't think this is over, because it ain't. It's not over. But like I said, you know, this man, all he did was run a website. He didn't do anything illegal. It was everybody that was bringing him information. He wasn't doing anything except collating that information and disseminating it. That's all he did. But he didn't kill anybody.
Maybe it's a big play for what's coming up in the next election. Listen, we're almost at the debate. We're almost at the election. It could have been something that now we take out the big who you can't go to WikiLeaks anymore.
No.
Let's say the Democrats steal the election. What if they find something wrong with the debate or what? God knows what else. Who are they going to go to release this information? They'll go to WikiLeaks and they say, "Hey, I got this. Oh yeah, send it to us." And then just like that, the person's disappeared because now WikiLeaks is run by the CIA because of this guy. This is a setup. This is a setup for what's to come.
Well, like I said,
this proves to me now that the upcoming election is going to be stolen again. Biden's
yeah.
I'm calling it right here. 8:50 p.m. June 26, 2024. Biden's winning the next election.
Yep.
Trump's not, even though Trump's 20 points ahead, Trump's losing, Biden winning.
Yep.
This
They're
is
going to win
how
the
I
next
know now.
election.
With this shenanigans going on, I know, or they replace Biden with Big Mike, whatever.
Yeah.
Big Mike's going to win the next election. I don't care.
Well,
Whatever
who cares?
Democrat they put in.
It's going to be whoever the Democrat. The Democrats have a penchant for putting the most awful candidates that they can find in office. Kitty
Yep.
fiddlers, womanizers, cheats, non-Americans, gangsters. I mean, what is it with the Democrat Party? They can't put an honest person in
And
as
then
president.
sometimes the candidates, all those above and one president.
Yeah,
like,
and all
really?
those above. But I mean, seriously, I mean, go back and look at all the candidates that the DNC has put in as president. Bill Clinton, Jimmy Carter, fucking, all just boom, 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 right down. None of them's been decent folk. I mean, even Jimmy Carter was supposedly cheating on his wife. So I mean, what the fuck? Why can't the DNC put a nice, decent human being in as president? Well, they can't. Their modus operandi is deviancy, especially these days. It's deviancy, and that's all they can do. That's all they know is how to be deviant, how to be the opposite of normal, the opposite of normal. And it's just, I don't understand. Now you say, well, Vaughn, you said that all the presidents go to Bohemian Grove, so they're all worshiping Moloch, so it doesn't really matter. Well, that's true. But I mean, at least the Republicans try to put on an air of decency. Ronald Reagan, for example, they try to put on an air of decency. Now they're all down at Bohemian Grove worshiping Moloch and killing little babies and sacrificing them to Moloch and shit. But I mean, at least when they're in front of the cameras, they try to act like a decent human being. But by the way, that burns the people on Truth. Them people on Truth Social can't stand it. I said, everybody, all the presidents have been in Bohemian Grove. They can't take that. That just makes their mind go tilt. But it's true. When I tell you that the God of Christianity and Judaism is Moloch and the God of Islam is Hubal, that's exactly what I fucking mean, because archaeology proves it. Why do you think them motherfuckers are spending day and night down in Bohemian Grove worshiping these fuckers? Because that's the truth. That's who they really are. That's why they do. And for years and years and years, you wondered why is there, folks, even when I was a young boy, I remember seeing on the milk carton, have you seen this child? It was on the side of the damn milk carton when I was a boy. So from the time I was a boy right on up until today, we've got thousands and thousands of children that go missing every year in this country. Why? Because the God that you think you're worshiping is not who you're worshiping. You're worshiping Moloch, and Moloch requires child sacrifice. That's what he requires. And you've got to understand that that's why all these missing children and pedophilia and NAMBLA and all this other bullshit. Why do you think this shit's went on for years and years and years and years and years? Because Moloch's in control. That's just the facts, man. And Hubal's the same way. Hubal's into child sacrifice and bloodletting. Muslims will flail themselves with the cat o' nine tails once a year. And they'll cut the forehead of their babies and they'll cut their wives' arms and stuff till they bleed incessantly. What's that for? That's in homage to Hubal. Hubal ain't no better than Moloch. They're two peas in a pod. They believe in bloodletting, blood drinking, baby killing, flesh eating. They're all into that shit. They might even be the same dude, just under a different name. It's very possible. I wouldn't doubt it. But in any event, archaeology proves what I'm telling you. Okay, I'm not pulling this out of my ass. Archaeology shows this all to be true, and then people aren't worshiping Moloch at Bohemian Grove just for kicks. They're doing it because that's who really is in charge of this country and has been for years and years and years and years and years. And that's just the truth, man. You can get mad at me all you want, but it ain't going to help you. It ain't going to help you worth a shit. We're at a time where we need to get our eyes open and we need to get our head on a swivel and realize what the hell's going on around us, because there's too many people in a daze. And you're going to march right into the gates of Hades and not even realize you've done it if you're not careful. He's looking up Hubal. Hubal.
Hubal, yeah, what a character.
Yeah, he's a real piece of work.
He was notably worshipped in at the Kaaba in Mecca. So the Kaaba in Mecca was a
correct.
Was a place where he was hanging out.
Correct. Like I said, the Muslims have no idea why they're doing.
And he had a wife too. Hubal had a wife.
Yes.
Manat.
Yes. Right. Yes. Correct.
Oh wow, her name means manna.
Her name means manna?
Manna, like magic.
Yeah, manna from heaven, right. Manna from heaven. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Interesting.
Yeah. Mentioned in the satanic verses. Well, interesting. Now, is satanic verses, is that the book? Is that referencing the book, satanic verses, or is that referencing real satanic verses? What does it say there?
The story reports that Muhammad longed to convert his kinsmen and neighbors of Mecca to Islam. He was reciting the verses out of the considered a revelation from Gabriel. I guess Muhammad was reciting a satanic verse. Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Hubal and Allah are the same dude. They're the same dude. No different. Okay. And see, Muhammad was originally going to keep the three daughters of Hubal, but then at the last minute he changed his mind and just went straight with Hubal.
One of the daughters of Allah. There we go. Allah is one of the daughters of Allah.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm telling you. Al-Lat. Al-Lat.
Yeah. I'm saying it wrong.
Al-Lat. But that's the thing. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, this stuff is all proven in archaeology, folks. Okay. And them people worshiping Moloch in Bohemian Grove, they're not doing it for kicks or just to mess around. They're doing it because that's who really is in control. Okay. And you need to understand that shit. Folks need, if you're a monotheist, you have no idea what you're doing, man, because you're on the wrong side of history. You better be hooking up with Freedom Religion, because that's the only thing I know that's going to get you out of this. Freedom Religion's the only escape boat out of here, baby. And you better get on it, because this ain't no joke. This ain't no joke, man. Because Moloch and Hubal intend to pretty much wipe America out. And, it's gotten to that point. And you got to be careful. It's time to be careful. It's time to get wise as serpents and harmless as doves, to quote the Bible. So there's your Bible quote. So, start doing it. Start doing research. Start understanding that Moloch and Hubal are the real people in charge, the real entities in charge, and that you need to get as far away from monotheism as you can get. Isn't it interesting that when Barack Obama, Pharaoh Akhenaten, when Pharaoh Akhenaten started that monotheistic shit, the Egyptians didn't take too kindly to it now, did they? No, they didn't. All right, so that should be a clue right there that something's amiss. Pagans tried it with Zoroastrianism, however you wish to pronounce it. So pagans tried it, they ditched it. Okay, because monotheism is not legit. It doesn't work. And yes, for all intents and purposes, it's a product of ancient Rome any damn way. Ancient Rome tried to go a different route, and they tried this dude named Mithras, which was a predecessor of Jesus Christ. Done the exact same shit that Jesus did too, by the way.
He did the
same. Go read about him.
Almost verbatim, almost carbon copy of
it. Because it is a carbon copy. Because it is. See, the pagans rejected Mithras because of his name. Because it was too close to a pagan name. And so they changed it. They changed it to a Jewish name, Yeshua, to fool the Muslims, to to fool the pagans into joining in, and said, "Oh, well, here's this Jewish God, this Jewish Messiah, and he's going to save the world and stuff." No, he's not. No, he's not. Your rental lawyer is not coming. Sorry, he's not. However, the death angel is coming, and I showed that to John earlier today, and John was kind of interested in it. Let me get over to my MeWe page, which is basically my storage, my online storage. And while it is big enough to fall into the planet killer category, it is only a fraction of the size of the Chicxulub asteroid thought to have wiped out the dinosaurs, estimated at around 10 kilometers or 6 miles. Zipping by will do so without any disastrous consequences for Earth, and in fact give Sunday's International Asteroid Day a bit of an extra pop. So next Sunday is International Asteroid Day. I did not know this. Did you know this? Because that's no exaggeration. In fact, it's probably a low ball, to be honest. I've got an actual disability, for fuck's sake. And I've been to every damn hospital and doctor all over the state of Kentucky. You should say, they run me all over Kentucky, man. They run me all over Kentucky, getting my legs looked at, thinking that I'm lying, I guess. Oh, well, you got to be lying. Let's send you all the way to Lexington, or let's send you over to Louisville, or let's send you to McKee, or Barberville, or, all over the goddamn state of Kentucky. Still didn't give me my shit. Still didn't give me my disability.
I mean, how much you got to prove to know that you need help? I mean, holy shit.
Well, exactly. Not only that, but I got a hip going out and I got a back going out as well. And I've got a local doctor here that's confirmed everything that I've said. He took one look at him like, yeah, it's lymphedema. I didn't even have to tell him. He's like, yeah, it's lymphedema. So, I mean, yeah, no question. And then plus the hip going out, I talked to him about my back going out. He said, I told him, I said, it's just a huge fucking knot in my lower back. And he said it's probably muscle spasms, severe muscle spasms. And I said, well, is there anything that can be done? He said, for the ones you got, no. He said, no, there's nothing we can do.
More of a reason you need disability.
Well, exactly.
You got something that can't be fixed. That's
well, and like I said, I'm going down to the mailbox to get my mail. My damn hip goes out, and I almost tumbled to the ground right then and there, but I caught myself at the last second. My damn hip went out, and I asked the doctor. I said, "What in the hell caused that?" He looks around. He says, "I'm not sure, but apparently it's you're getting old, the shit starts to not work or deteriorate." And I'm like, well, fuck me. So, it's time to be getting my shit, man. I mean, I begged and begged and begged and begged and begged for this shit. It's time to be getting it, especially now that they're giving it to fucking illegals that ain't paid in, ain't done shit to get it. I want my shit, and I want all my back pay too. Because I got
you should get that. You deserve all that.
I probably got a huge ass back paycheck. That's probably why they don't want to give it to me, because they know they got to give me a huge back paycheck, and they don't want to do that. And it's just like this back child support.
You fight for disability. All the years that you fight, and they give it to you one lump sum payment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if let's say you keep fighting it and you eventually win, well, you've been fighting it for what? For as long as I've known you.
Yeah.
So they owe you a good 5 years, man. They owe you a good 5 year
years,
check.
If not longer. At least 5 years.
I don't know exactly, but they owe you a good money.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's going to be interesting to see, to see what goes on. But it's all in the hands of the gods, they're in control. But I'm going to call them up and see what they say, because, I mean, if an illegal who never paid in is getting $5,300 a month, but now, see, like I said, they were sneaky about it. It'll be 100 over here, 75 over there, 25 over here, 50 over here. It's all these different little programs, right? But when you put all them little programs in one list of all the things these illegals get, it comes to $5,300 a month, every month, without fail. Doesn't matter, male, female, child. If they're an illegal, they get $5,300 a month.
They making good money, man, being illegal.
Yeah.
It's a shame that we live. I mean, that's the way the world is coming down to. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to say anymore, Vaughn. It's a shame the country I live in. I never thought in a million years that this is the country I live in. I'm gonna grow old and this is the way it's gonna be.
No, it ain't.
I feel
No, it ain't.
like
No, it ain't. The God said they're gonna clean it up.
I'm
They said
with
they're
you,
gonna
man.
clean
I'm
it
with
up.
you.
But they said we'd go through a rough patch first.
Well, the way Biden's doing it is he's raw dogging us, man, with no fucking Vaseline. So I don't know about rough patch. It's more like a fucking rape. That's what it feels like.
Let me let these crazy dogs out. They're going out.
All right, I guess we can get a commercial break in here. We haven't had one all day.
Hello, I'm with the Biden campaign.
Yeah. I voted for Biden last time.
To wake up, people. There is no 20,000 genders. That's a load of horse shit. There's only 3 chromosomes. Three possibilities out of chromosomes. Excuse me. There's 2 chromosomes, 3 possibilities. XX, YY, and XY. That's all you get, motherfuckers. You don't get the 20,000 goddamn genders out of 2 fucking chromosomes. No, you fucking do not. Stop with the bullshit. It's so stupid. You flunk biology class. And when you get up here and spouting this goddamn Marxist ideology that says that baby isn't a human being, what the fuck is it, a chimpanzee? Is it a dog? A cat? What the fuck is it if it ain't a human being? Of course it's a fucking human being. It's a human being. And your dumbass is too fucking stupid to actually crack open a real book and actually read about that shit. Instead of listening to these stupid Marxist motherfuckers, these communist bastards, the fucking Bolsheviks, filling your head full of shit. Wake up. Clear your mind. Clear your mind. Your mind is clouded with bullshit. 1933. Communists came over here and got tenure in our colleges and universities as professors. They never left. And so from 1933 right on up to the present day, our children are being taught communism. Being taught communism. They just are. Sorry, they just are. And Joe McCarthy, rightly so, tried to warn people in 1950. Nobody listened. John Birch Society comes on in 1960, tries to warn everybody. Nobody listened. I come along in 1970. I try to warn everybody. Nobody fucking listened. And now you got a woman who's pregnant saying it's not a fucking human. Well, what the fuck is it then, you dumb bitch? What is it then? Of course it's a human, you fucking moron. Quit being stupid. Quit listening to communists. Those people don't care about this country.
They don't care about you, yep.
They don't care about you, and they don't care about this country. Stop listening to them. Get a fucking clue, for fuck's sake. Get an old biology class. Go to a library or some old bookstore or something and get you a biology book from, like, say, 1970 or 1960 and read the motherfucker and get an education, a real one this time, instead of the fake-ass bullshit that you're being taught by these communist professors who tell you that they know more than you do. No, they don't. No, they do not. No, they do not.
I mean, just to ask yourself from a common sense perspective, is it really not a human yet? I mean, what is it then? If it really isn't, just ask yourself, common sense.
Common sense,
just sit there and think about it. Is the child I'm having a human?
Yeah.
I mean, that's you just have to really, I mean, come on, guys. It's not that difficult. I don't think it is.
It's not a fucking monkey or or an elephant or a giraffe. I mean, quit being fucking stupid. Quit being fucking stupid. You're being stupid. Stop it. You know, Michael Savage gets on the radio. He says liberalism is a mental disorder. It
It
probably
really is.
Probably is. But how did we get to there? We got to there because communists came over here in 1933, and they've been pounding shit into our brains ever since. Folks, right now, all 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto are in America and working right fucking now. Ron, that's ridiculous. I've got a title deed to my property, and I own my own property, and I own
Yeah.
and I okay, great. Stop paying the taxes and see what happens. Go ahead. I dare you. Stop paying the taxes. See what happens. You don't own shit. You don't own a damn thing. Because if you did, you wouldn't have to pay taxes on it. When I go to a store and I buy an ice cream cup and I bring it home, it's mine. I don't have to keep paying on the motherfucker. Once I pay now granted, I got to pay 5 cents to get the sumbitch. But once I get it and bring it home, it's mine. Try that with your property. Try that with your boat. Try that with your car. Try that with anything of significance. You keep paying taxes over and over and over and over. And now they've got you to where you have to pay a death tax when you fucking die. Show me where that's legal in the Constitution. It's not. Americans have become soft. They become weak. They become stupid. And I don't care if it's not constitutional. I ain't going to fuss. I ain't going to start a ruckus. Everybody should be in the fucking streets wanting to know why the fuck we got to pay a tax when we die. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. But we got to do it. We got to do it. Look it up if you doubt me. You got to pay a tax when you die, for fuck's sake. How the fuck can they tax somebody that no longer exists? That's not legal. No fucking way is that legal. But they're doing it to you. You know why? Because your gullible ass is letting them do it. We should be in the streets every time they start some shit like this. We should be in the streets complaining, not causing a ruckus. Don't be like BLM and burn down the fucking city. That's stupid. But we should be complaining. We should be making sure our voices get heard.
We should be fighting for our rights.
Absolutely.
We should demand that to be on the books. Once you buy something, you own it. That should be the law of the land everywhere in the United States. You buy your house, you own it. You don't owe taxes anymore.
You own it.
It should be thrown out. Now they're going to say, John, well, how are you going to build the roads? How are you going to own? How are you going to have schools? How are you going to have this?
We had all that shit. We had all that shit. We had all that shit. We had all that shit before 1913. We had all of it. We had all that shit before 1913.
And better.
Yeah, and better. All right. But yeah, see, you got to understand, folks. The elites came over here. The bankers, they came over here and they took over this country. Rothschild, Rockefeller, Morgan, Carnegie, Vanderbilt. They all came over here and took over this country in 1871.
And they fucked us over.
And they fucked us over good, buddy. And then in 1913, they fucking took control of all of our money. And so they literally got control of this entire fucking country. You know, you want to know why Jews are controlling our media and why Jews are controlling our music industry and why Jews are controlling damn near everything in this country, including our government? That's why, because they literally own the country. And we need to forcibly remove them. You know, they've latched onto us like a tick, and we need to pull their fucking ass off and throw them down the toilet.
Folks.
That's what needs to happen.
The opinions expressed are not shared by this channel, of course. It goes without saying, but I mean... Let's skip ahead a little bit.
The problem is nobody's got the balls to do that.
No, he's Thanos, folks.
And government institutions. We don't need all that shit. The Constitution of the United States says that the federal government should be about the size of a walnut. You get way too much power. And these people sitting in Congress... Tocqueville. He said, when Congress figures out how to make money, a 2-day buggy ride from
I've heard all this before.
No, because it's not there. But
we've heard all this before, folks. I think this is a good spot to end it. I want to thank everybody for coming out and celebrating this birthday, this special day, this once-a-year event with me. And if you don't mind, the greatest gift will be giving it a thumbs up on your way out the door. And like I said, tomorrow I think I'm going to take the night off. I don't make promises. I don't,